our story begins.
Gasp.
Houses of Barovia. Prologue. The inn is silent. The fire, once fierce and blazing, is little more than embers. The only other soul in the cozy elven inn is the barmaid who quietly gathers glasses and wipes down tables, occasionally glancing over at you, Dominique, to see if you need anything. But your focus is on the stacks of paper, scrolls, and scraps before you, a collection of intelligence, rumors, official reports, families' trees, with a mix of your own, scrawled note-taking and connections. It's an impressive collection of paper, and completely unhelpful. Your best suspects in your parents' death are rival houses, especially those for the vying for the city lord position. But their lands, assets, titles, your lands, assets, and titles, ended up in the hands of the house they'd allied themselves with, which made them suspect as well, but your father was worth far more than the modest lands and titles could possibly be. It just doesn't make sense. That is when the door to the inn opens and a figure slips inside. The barmaid approaches them, they have a brief exchange, then the barmaid disappears in the kitchen. The stranger sits down at the table next to you, puts their feet up. The barmaid returns with a small plate of bread and cheese and a glass of what looks to be white wine, provided the stranger eats and drinks. They seem to be studying you very closely. Seems a bit late to be up, my dear.
Music's too loud.
Well, sleep isn't that important.
That's not getting quieter.
No, you had it. Right there's good.
I dare say so. You look to be quite busy. You kind of,
Yeah.
they kind of stand up, wander over to you. What has you working so late?
Why don't you mind your own business on this one?
Oh, maybe I can help. I mean, dead parents are a serious matter.
How do you know about that?
That's a excellent question. If you're interested, I can show you. It's much easier than telling.
Can I roll an insight or a perception on this person?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll an insight.
19.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They are impossible to read.
Gasp.
Lovely. I
You coming? Kind of starts wandering. They kind of start wandering away.
yes.
Good! Well then, follow me. And with a wave of their hand, a portal opens beside them. It looks as though it's made of blue-tinted crystal containing a swirl miasma of every color imaginable. And without a word or a look back, they step through.
I'm just gonna take a look around, confused, and I'll step in too.
Entering the portal is a brief flash. You can glimpse what you believe to be the astral sea all around you. You can see the various worlds that look like marbles and the swirling mists. Then you're hit to solid earth and you're surrounded by a dark pine forest. The road is hard, dry, and dusty, and the sounds of night surround you. Cricket, owls, the occasional howl of a wolf. In the distance you can see a gate with a pair of night statues standing guard. Scaffolding along them implies they're currently in the process of being repaired. The stranger is beside you. Alright. Well, I don't have much time to explain, but since you're here already, you don't really have any more choices. So, you will need one more thing. And they hold out a small vial with a clear liquid. Drink up, and I promise you will get all of the answers to the questions you have.
Can I roll something to see if I can figure out what it is?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
not that good. No. 6.
It is a... That's very loud. It is a small vial with a clear liquid.
Water. I'll drink it.
All right, we will return to that. Elsewhere, Nikaris, you didn't realize how tired your feet were until you finally came to set up camp. Now that you've sat down on your bread roll with a warm fire lit before you, you can almost hear your feet moaning in pain. Your stomach joins the chorus, and you grab some rations from your pack. Where you've camped is just at the edge of the forest that surrounds the small kingdom of Barovia, a new place where no one knows you, since the impenetrable mist lifted only a couple years ago, and word of that has been slow to travel. The best guess is no one really knows how long ago it was, but few have traveled here since, and none within should recognize you. The night is quiet. A slight breeze through the trees and the occasional chirp of a cricket. You feel peaceful, secluded, safe. And then you hear soft snapping of branches, and a silhouette steps from the ring of trees around you. Excuse me! The figure approaches you, their face hidden in shadow as the firelight just doesn't quite reach them. Apologies, could I share your fire? Time got away from it, and I realize I won't be making it to the next town.
Of course. Sit down.
They walk over, toss down their bag beside the fire, and lean up, resting against it as they stretch out. Ah, lovely night, isn't it?
Yes. Stars are quite breathtaking. And he's just gonna pull his hood up a bit more over his horns and adjust his scarf.
I apologize. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Could you speak up? I'm a little hard of hearing.
I'm really sorry, but I'm not good with words.
Oh, come now. I have a hard time believing that.
Really? Why?
Yes. As I understand it, you have a magical way with words.
As soon as this person says that, he's just Nikas will just pull a hood down, look them down in the eyes with their silver gleam. Really now? Now how would a stranger like you know that?
How indeed. Come now. Speak normally. I wish to observe your gifts.
You call them a gift, okay?
Your curse,
Howdy.
then. I want to see it.
Howdy, friend. Name's Nikaris.
So as Nikaris speaks, this time you can feel the heat and pressure in your throat and in your neck. As a single note flares there, the fire pops loudly, a wave of heat washing away from it. The figure looks from the fire to you. Ah, yes, very good, very good. Now, and they wave their hand, and there's a faint flash of blue as they do. Try now. Speak normally again.
Okay. What are you doing here? You don't seem like the normal sort to be traveling in woods.
This time when you speak, the heat and pressure are gone. It feels different, like a soft tingling and a soothing, like a hot tea against a sore throat. The sensation is euphoric. It's been years since your magic felt proper. That won't last.
How'd you do that?
I do prefer showing, not telling. And it won't last, I'm afraid. But if you're desperate, I know a place where you can find out.
Where?
Well, that's a little... how do I say? Let's get started. No time like the present. And they hold out a small vial containing a clear liquid. Drink this.
Can I at least pack my stuff up before you drug me?
Your stuff will be brought along. Don't you worry.
It is a drug, though. I will pass out, right? I just want to know up front that I'm taking something that will knock me the fuck out. My feet are killing me.
Yep. That's
good.
accurate. Perfect. We have no time to waste. But we will return. Elsewhere, nearby, in fact, in Barovia proper. Karis, you grip your lance in both hands, keeping it close and ready. To your left and right, In a line, you have a mix of fellow Knights of the Silver Dragon and the newly arrived orcs, gladiators that fought beside your leader, Commander Blackmetal. Many far, far away from there. They joined recently and proven immensely useful in the border excursions to protect Barovia. The train line opens into a clearing, the clamp of some brigands just ahead. Stealth may not be your forte, but you've learned well enough and stay quiet, despite the heavy armor. The bandits are loud, certainly covering whatever noise your fellow knights might be making. Reach the edge of the clearing, less than 50 feet between you and the other tents. You can see figures milling about, smoking, drinking, laughing, playing music. You grip your weapon tighter, thinking of the half-dozen helpless souls they'd murdered only a few hours before. You glance left. Sir Grewins locks eyes with you and nods. You look right to another knight, Sir Irvin, and then you hear it. Twang! And then a whistle. And then there's an eruption of heat from your throat. The bolt came just at the right time as your head was tilted up, tearing its way through the front of your neck perfectly before threading in the tree beside you. There's shouts and cries from both your friends and the bandits as each side rushes forward. You stumble trying to, but your strength is gone. Your armor is suddenly so heavy, and you're suddenly so tired. You trip over a root and put, collapse. Crimson stains the ground around you as life slips away. You reach out, desperately trying to touch a piece of divine and heal yourself, but you let go. Not that you could move anyway, but you're too far gone. You've seen it before. There's a point of no return, and magic simply can't heal. You let your arm fall with a thud down the cold grass. The dew soaks through the sections of your armor. It feels soothing on your fur as life slowly leaves you. A silhouette stands over you. At first you think it's one of your allies, but you blink twice and don't recognize them. One of the brigands? Unlikely. They're desperately fighting for their lives currently. And the stranger isn't even wearing armor. They look down into your eyes and say, well, that makes this easy. Seemingly amused. Dominique and Nicaris. In different parts of the world, well, near each other, but not near each other. Simultaneously, you upend the vial. The liquid is icy cold and it stings as it hits your tongue. It tastes like sucking on a metal rod. I do apologize for this next part, the stranger says, with seeming genuine concern.
Next part?
Yeah, the part where you die.
Oh.
The burn turns into a
Again.
numbing sensation. Yes, again, I'm sorry. There was another way, but I don't think there is. The burn turns into a numbing sensation. You lose control of your tongue first as it simply stops moving. Your throat freezes up and your lungs no longer hold air. There's a brief moment of panic as you can't breathe. Then the poison, working impossibly fast, shuts everything else down. As death takes the three of you, the stranger looks down. Their eyes cold as your vision blurs. Their mouths moving. They're saying something, but you can't hear it. A ring of blackness expands from the corner of your eyes, and then nothing. Chapter 1. Welcome to Barovia. Ranagar. Everything aches. When they said it hurt to die, they weren't lying. You stumble out of the forest and onto the road, your lungs burning with every breath. It's still dark, but the sky that you had seen through the trees before is completely gone. Thick, heavy clouds extend out along the entire valley, descending into a wall of mist that seems to surround everything. Looking down the road away from Barovia, the road and forest around it vanish into the thick fog. The other direction is a heavy gate, flanked by two resplendent statues of knights, and just off the road you can see half a dozen shallow graves. Beside them, a ditch. You hear a loud moaning from the ditch as a humanoid pushes themselves weakly to their feet and stumbles onto the path. Dominique, if you could describe your character.
They are very much a femboy. They've got like hair that goes up to here that's black, pitch black. They've got some of the little elven braids in it. They are a half elf, and they are wearing a black dress, long sleeve. It's a V-neck that goes like almost all the way down, with like a slit in the leg. They've got gray eyes, and yeah.
All right. Dominique, your whole body aches and your breathing is labored. Each step is a struggle as you appear to be on the same road you were on before. The first thing you notice as your vision tunnel returns is the gate that had been under repairs is completed. It also looks nearly completely different. a dark stone with sharp lines of metal and overall more gothic tone. The second thing you notice as your senses return completely is the impenetrable wall of mist. The third is the small creature before you. Ranagar, if you could describe yourself, please.
Ranagar is a 2-foot tall a kobold. He's got all gray scales over most of his body except for the following. On his face, he has golden scales around 2 blue eyes and a few horns, and they extend along the back of his frill. On his chest, he has a green arrow pointing downward. His right hand has blue scales halfway up the elbow, and his left hand has red scales, and then both of his feet are a bronze color. And he's wearing a small little leather getup.
Alrighty. So, having both awoken from a near-death experience? Well, Ranagar, you know the truth. And you see each other. What do you do?
Ah! When she said it was gonna hurt, I didn't think it was gonna be this. I swear to God, when I get back there, I'm gonna shout, I don't care what she is! Who are you? What? What, she rip out your tongue, did she? What's your name? I am
Dominic.
Radigar, the Unyielding.
My name is Dominic, and I'd rather you speak with me with some respect.
Oh, good! This is what I have to work with, do I? Me? You want me to respect you? Oh, that's rich! I'll bet you're what? 300 at best!
21.
Oh, for the love of me!
And Ranagar, he looks to the sky, and he goes,
This is what you would expect me to do this with! I've got most to want. You!
and then he just sort of putters out.
You're a real angry one, eh?
Well, you'd be angry too if you were more scales!
Adorable.
Oh, don't you?
He tries to breathe fire. It's just like the cutest flame.
Aww.
He just is so mad.
Meanwhile, Nikaris, as your eyes flicker open, you're met by an oppressively thick mist all around you. Every movement displaces the white fog in a swirling wave. You can see nothing else save for a bit of the road beneath your feet.
Do I know that feeling that I just experienced of dying?
Oh yeah, that was death.
Yeah.
That was definitely
Yeah.
death. That was not kind of death. You died.
Yeah. I'm just gonna brush myself off a bit. I can't believe it's fucking dread. He's just gonna look around, see if he can see any surroundings of any living beings.
Just the thick wall of mist.
I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna pull myself up, put my hood over, move the scarf away from my mouth and onto just right below the chin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just thaumaturgy just my eyes to glow a little bit so I have some light.
Okay.
Going off of me.
Dominic and Ranagar, as you are debating, you can see another silhouette, humanoid silhouette, step from the wall of mist. Their eyes glowing. Nikaris, can you describe your character, please?
Nikaris is a pink tiefling with silver eyes. Their body is covered in clothes. They have a scarf around their neck, a hood sweater-like thing that covers up their hair, which you can just barely see is blue. They're very sharp features. They're only like 5'7", and their horns are ram-like. He holds himself in a very, timid posture. He tries to shrink down as much as he can, and he just other than the glowing eyes, you wouldn't think of him as anything frightening, especially because all the colors he's wearing are very bright and happy. And he's just going forward.
So Nakaris, you stumble into the same scene. You have a kobold with different colored scales all over their body, and Dominique standing in the middle of the road. You can see the gate in the distance and the forest around you. What do you guys do?
Hi
Can
there.
I see Nakaris?
Yeah. Nakaris, it's not like it's literally goes from like being in the mist to stepping out of the mist and suddenly immediately visible, and everything's visible all of a sudden.
Okay.
Oh, good! She sent you too, did she?
I don't know a she.
Oh, bloody hell!
Hi. I don't know where we are, but I'm assuming we go towards that gate. Just hi. Hi.
Probably.
Nice to meet all of you. I don't know your names, but hello.
Oh, good!
Dominic's just gonna nod.
You seem like a fighter!
And you're gonna hear him mutter under his breath. And let me just make sure I have this cantrip. You're gonna hear just a. It doesn't seem like it would be a loud sound, especially because he's only moving his mouth quietly. But he thaumaturges his voice to be. I'm not much of a fighter, but you should kind of be kind to people, you know? And it's just going to be this thing that just surrounds your head and sound.
Ranagar's gonna do like a very annoyed dance.
What?
He's gonna do the totodile thing. He's gonna go, oh,
That was
Be polite.
several
and I
layers
won't-
of unpleasant!
Yeah, now be polite, or else I will do it again. The name's Nakaris.
he again, he opens his mouth and he goes to blast you with electricity, but it's just like the cutest little blue spark.
It's like there's like
it
a
just
heart.
fizzles out.
You really are adorable, aren't you?
He is quite adorable. But we should move forward, and he's gonna pull up his purple scarf a bit more. And come now, children.
As this is
Don't
Child! I
Children?
am older than the world!
Children.
as this
Watch
is
me
occurring,
calling a child.
Karis,
Ever.
you can hear muffled voices, and your eyes open a little, and you can feel dirt. It's black all around you. You can barely move, but you can feel the earth.
Lancelot, Galahad.
And I will get passive perceptions. What is everyone's passive perception except for Callus? You're speaking.
13.
16.
14.
All right. So all of you can hear very faintly this voice coming from one of the graves.
Oh, good! At least that one sounds like he could fight. Wait!
He just starts trotting over to you.
I'm gonna move forward faster than the small thing.
Good luck.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna move forward faster than the small thing because you're small.
I'm
just,
very quick.
Okay, sure. And I'm gonna prestidigitation the dirt around to make sure that no one's head is buried or anything.
Sorry, what are you doing with prestidigitation?
I'm cleaning up the dirt around.
Oh,
just
okay.
If there's no one's head's buried underneath the thin thing of dirt. Just-
No. As you move it apart, it's a shallow grave, but it's it's still gonna require some effort. So Callus, you can hear people's footsteps and Ranagar.
Can I assist him with druidcraft?
Start getting, vines to dig up. for
So
you.
yeah, between the two of you, you can feel the dirt on top of you start to give away. It's a very thin layers because these are cantrips, but there is a level of dirt kind of being pulled off of you. You can feel the weight lessening and kind of move your limbs more.
So, what he's going to do to probably help expedite is he's going to say in Celestial a word of radiance.
Okay.
and to kind of push up the dirt with some magic.
Okay, so as the two of you are parting the dirt, you can see at one point this kind of blip where the dirt kind of like pushes away and there's this flash of light and then the dirt kind of crumbles in on that spot, revealing part of a face.
Oh,
Oh, you're an ugly one.
they're not ugly.
You're one to talk.
Hi. And you're gonna see
Yeah,
this
but I was
pink tiefling
cursed.
just like digging around your face.
With
It's gonna
ugly.
get you out. We're gonna get you out. We're gonna get you out of this. Don't mind the small kobold.
And
They're an
he's
angry one.
gonna definitely just like he's
Um,
probably just gonna start moving and lifting up.
Gloomy one, I don't know
that's-
your name, but Gloomy one, can you help dig this person out? Please?
I
And
guess.
he's like whisper talking, but I'm projecting the voice much wider because this would pick it up. But yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
digging away at your neck and stuff.
So does Dominique help?
Yes, Dominic
Okay.
will help.
So you manage to uncover this tall, lanky humanoid form, and as the dirt is pulled away, Karis, if you could describe your character, please.
Yes. So you would notice that the top of his head is very distinct of what a bugbear would look like, and his fur on his head is gold, just like straight gold. And as it goes down, there's like a reddish hue that adds throughout his body. He is about 7.5 feet tall, and he is fully armored in a chainmail. It looks very it's clean, but you can definitely tell that it's worn. So like has many uses, but obviously he keeps it upkept very well. And beside him would be a lance proportionate to his size, with a shield with a golden lion head as the emblem. He doesn't act very aggressive or disconcerting as one might think of a bugbear, but his solid black eyes kind of give him this eerie uneasiness to people that kind of stare into them.
Wait until you stare into the silver eyes.
And yeah, you can tell that he is definitely a fighter of some sort. And he just kind of gets up, puts his lanky arm up, pulls himself out. Thank you for the assist.
Of course, no one should be buried alive, or whatever. What's your name?
I am Sir Karis.
Nice to meet you, Sir Karis. I am Nikaris. Weird, we have a similar kind of name there. You can just call me Neck if you want. I don't know. I don't remember their names. Sorry.
I am Renigar the Unyielding. And then he does like a little bow.
Ranagar the Ugly.
No, you stupid bugbear, the Unyielding.
Unyieldingly
Words are gonna appear
ugly.
around his head again, and this time there are musical notes going around, circling. They're just popping with weird sounds, just around Renegar's. Calm down, Kobold. And I'm gonna use the message cantrip to just message Karis. Just be kind. He's been throwing tantrums ever since I showed up.
He just kind of stares and
Dominic.
then looks over to Dominique. And you are.
Dominic will, Dominic. Why are you in the ground?
Well, if I had an answer for that, I would tell you.
I don't think we should question why they were in the ground. I think we should go towards the gate.
Well, clearly he was dead. We were all dead. That's how we
Yeah,
got here.
Oh, so you know we died too. Okay, good. I thought I was the only one.
Wait,
No.
we
Karis,
actually died?
Yes, the poison we had. It.
Have you
that was
ever
a
woken
ton.
up feeling like this before? This is what death feels like, little lady.
well, he's kind of just like, that does explain that sensation.
Hey, hey, there's a lot of.
Have
things
you seen two people, my friends?
More of you? Oh, good.
Oh no, they're not me, like me. But they're different. But they're loyal.
Can I?
Don't talk much.
How can, that's not that quote. How do I? Can I do a perception check?
Yep. What are you
Uh,
attempting to
20.
perceive?
I'm looking for his signs of his like friends.
So looking around, you can't see anything, but you do hear this faint, like someone, like people moving along at like a quick walk, carrying like a heavy back. And
What? It sounds like someone's nearby.
as you say that, exiting the
Oh,
mists are two
superior
humanoids.
hearing.
Exiting the mists are two humanoids. They are plain dark turmerics with tabards that have the same emblem as Karis. They're tall, muscular, but not the fighter muscular, more like the manual label muscular. Their features are sharp and angular with fur, not hair, on their faces and backs, back of their hands, and their hands end in long, sharp nails. It is their eyes that give away their wear-touch heritage, however, with yellow, bestial eyes. As they approach, one of them makes hand gestures to Karis. Karis, he is signing that he's so relieved to see you alive.
And Karis will sign back to him that he's happy to see them and that they're well.
Don't say I didn't do anything for you.
Do you want me to put you in the music timeout again?
And then he saw.
And I want to show you exactly what I can do.
And then he casts the cantrip Primal Savagery, and it's into big old claws and teeth. Just,
Big old claws and teeth.
and he just like
Per scale.
gestures at Karis.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy again, but this time the musical notes are gonna just burn through my eyes, and my mouth is just gonna glow with weird red energy. I don't think we should do this, but okay.
Yeah, scary music, boy.
Sir Karis is just gonna step in between them, like, and just like probably like have his lance out towards Ranagar, and just shake his head.
I don't know what's going on. What the fuck?
Just Sir Ranagar, the unyielding annoyance, would you please calm down?
I'll do this whole Black God's blasted mission by myself if I have to. I don't need the three of you. I'm a goddamn dragon.
Dominic's gonna laugh out loud at this. Sure you are.
Ranagar,
He does the toe-to-toe thing again.
if you are a dragon, then I am a human.
Wait, what mission? I'm gonna like peek from behind the bugbear. What mission? And I'm gonna say, Sir Dragon?
Yes, a dragon.
Uh-huh. Sir Dragon? What mission are you talking
He's
about?
no dragon.
I'm gonna give you a knowing look of like I'm trying to learn information here.
I'm reading my secret notes. Do I
Nope.
know any details?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think I did.
I don't know. I just know that lady sent me through the tree portal, and she was like, "You've got to do this for me," and here I am. So
Oh, a tree
we gotta do
portal.
something, and
Can
I
I roll
assume
like-
the three of you were supposed to help.
can I roll like a religion check to see if I know anything about like the tree portal or anything? Like, is there any type of I can do?
That would probably be Arcana in your case.
Oh, Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also Karis is gonna look around too and see if he recognizes anything, or is it just too foggy?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and make a Actually, Karis, you don't need to make a perception check. You lived this. This
Yeah.
is. It's not exactly the way it was before 2 years ago, before Strahd was killed. But the Wall of Mist is identical, and the forest and everything else is that dark, gloomy, like sapped life look. The big thing is that, like, looking down the road, you can see the gates of Barovia, which were under construction, and they're finished. And they look completely different. It looks nothing like the gates other than the fact that there's a gate and knights. The knights have different armor. They look different. The gate's made of a darker stone. It's got this, like, gothic vibe that's just, like, Barovia has a gothic vibe, and this is a gothic vibe by Barovian standards. It's definitely not right. It's definitely not where you just were fighting for and died, like, as far as you can tell 10 minutes ago.
As soon as he sees the similarities and everything, he's going to just snap to Ranagar and grab him by his the front of his shirt, raise him up, and goes, "What witchcraft is this?"
21 on that.
Wait, you're holding me up?
Yes.
Oh.
Dominic's just sitting back and is kind of giving Nakaris a look, like, but is trying to hide it.
This is not. What
I'm
is
too-
this? We stopped this.
Ranagar says very quietly, "Put me down."
He just brings him closer to his face. What is this?
Ranagar wild shifts.
No.
Ready?
No?
Okay. No. Are you sure?
He doesn't like being helped.
So as you're
It's a
holding,
character decision I made.
what
I don't know.
what aspect color do you choose?
I was gonna go with just I think a copper dragon wormling.
Oh god.
Okay. So as you're holding Ranagar, he suddenly gets smaller as he turns into a little copper wormling, like tiny.
No, it's
full
a
set-
medium dragon.
Oh, is it a medium? The wormling's a
Yeah.
medium? Oh, so he
Yeah,
he
so it
gets
would be-
larger. You're suddenly holding a dragon, which like is not. Actually, what's your strength? You're probably still able to hold it up. But now you have a dragon, a small dragon, but a dragon by the throat.
Yeah, he has a 17 strength, but he also counts as a large creature for
Purposes of grappling, yeah.
yeah.
So you're able to hold the dragon up, but it is now a full copper dragon, a young wormling dragon, but a copper dragon nonetheless.
Ranagar says again, "Put me down."
As soon as he sees that he is actually a dragon, he immediately lets go. He doesn't put them. He just lets go, and backs away. And
Ranagar unfurls.
how is this possible?
Unfurls his wings behind him and kind of just like real hero poses. And he goes, "My name is Ranagar, the Unyielding."
But there was only one of you left. And he just eyes him. He's like, "You are not. You are false."
Real quick,
You
guys.
just
I want to jump back to the question that was asked earlier. Mimics, go ahead.
Yes. Can I also I got a 21. Can I also notice this shift as
Yeah.
a druid thing
Yeah.
with that 21?
Yeah. You recognize you've heard of the
Aspect of the dragon.
that's a good question that I hadn't thought of. Give me a moment to consider that while you guys continue. But you do recognize transport by plants or whatever the spell's called. You recognize
Okay.
druids opening portals through plants.
What was the name of the silver dragon that
Argynvost that died.
Argynvost.
You're
Yeah.
a knight of the silver dragons. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to do it for flavor then, but when Ranagar shifts, the colors of his scales like spread from whatever part of his body they started. So he has bronze legs, so it like extends around him as he turns into the bronze copper or whatever it is.
Yeah, you've heard of other dragons, but you haven't yet seen one. Supposedly, there was a dragon staying at the castle, but you never actually got to see it. You were out on patrol at the time, and then, didn't interact with it. You know other dragons exist, but this doesn't also. This seems there's something off about it. There's something. Your knowledge of dragons, you're well educated in it. There's something off about this. And Mimics, you have heard of individuals who are druids that serve the dragon aspects and can turn into dragons.
They're not false. They're just using druidic magic to turn into dragons, and they use druidic magic to get here apparently because they went through a tree. So fun fact about magic: there's a spell called transport via plants, and he's just gonna start mumbling, and it's gonna get quieter and quieter as
he just turns. He's like, no, he is false.
No, he's not false though. He's a kobold technically. That is a dragon, and then he can turn into bigger dragons because of a whole thing with being a druid. Some sort of thing called the aspect of dragons, and they can transform into them the stronger they get, and the stronger they get, the bigger they can become. But guys, we should really calm down. This fog is not a good omen. We should probably move towards the gates. I know this is a bad situation, and our acquaintance just turned into a dragon, but we should really focus on the who, what, when, where, why
Let's get
situation.
the fuck out of here.
I don't know if we can get the fuck out of here. I think we have to go in further.
That's what I mean.
Ranagar goes, there is no leaving until we finish the mission.
The
It
mission
was
you know nothing
finished.
about.
Yes, the mission I know nothing about.
So that means we need to start moving, and you two boys need to stop arguing. Please.
But that is what I'm saying. This place, it's not right.
As
We have
in-
finished this mission.
Oh. Do I see
This
the
is-
sign of Barovia? Do I see that the sign thing says Barovia? Like the
Yeah,
sign?
you were on your way to Barovia. It's still it's very clearly Barovia. You know what it looks like.
Oh, so the fog thing that lifted from Barovia that I was going to, that's... Oh. Yeah, we
Ranagar
can figure this out.
pulls his wings back in and kind of is less threatening, whatever that looks like for a dragon. And he goes, yes, Barovia. That is what we're here for. I think, ostensibly,
He's like,
the elf wasn't clear.
There we are. But look at it from the bright side. There is no bright side, so we need to move forward. Okay?
Let's go.
the
It's
little
nice
one
that you're...
is right. And he just, as soon as he says that, he signs to Galahad and Lancelot that to prepare themselves, and that he is leaving, and he just immediately just kind of turns, gathers his stuff, and starts walking towards the gate.
They sign back, ready as always, and then just start following behind you as you head towards the gates. Because I don't know if any
I fly
you just
up.
just how high?
High enough to get a look around.
Okay.
I before I do, I go, I'm going to get a look around. And then I up into the sky.
All right, you get maybe 30 feet up.
Majestically.
Roll performance.
Here we go, baby! What's
Can I
my-
roll critiquing?
You don't need to roll for that.
I got a 5.
Majestically, the dragon unfurls its wings and then kind of leaps into the air and like flaps the wings a couple times. And it's as if the wings are new, like they haven't flown in a long time. And so they sort of flap, and they kind of fall a little bit before catching themselves and then taking off properly. But it's
I
not.
meant to do that.
it's anything but majestic.
Like,
Yes.
I would say Sir
Sure.
Karis would also be like signing to them, like, pay no mind to the false dragon.
They have consistently proven to be almost concerningly stoic And they just sort of sign back, yep, we're already ignoring him. So Ranagar, as you take off, you get maybe 30, 40 feet up, and the mist, it's as if the mist descends to meet you.
Ooh.
And you sort of disappear into the fog. And it's just white everywhere. You can't see anything else but this cerulean mist.
I would like the other characters to hear a muffled, "Oh, fuck!"
And you do. In fact, it echoes.
Oh.
It echoes down,
Get
and then you can
echo.
hear it. You can hear it echo through the valley. And at one point, Ranagar, you're flying straight. You're positive. It's been a long time since you've turned into a dragon and flown consistently. But you are positive you were flying straight, and then suddenly you are flying straight down. As if the mist just directed you back out of it and kind of spat you out. And you have to kind of pivot and catch yourself before you crash into the ground. Make another performance roll for me.
Here we go. I hope I fail. Aw, boo. He had a 23.
This looked deliberate. It looked like he just like dove down the ground and then just
21.
right at the last second.
Sorry.
Right at the last second, just caught himself. Looked begrudgingly impressive.
Nailed it.
So,
I'm just like a pin mind to it, and I'm going to go in front of Dominic, and not notice the fact that they've been looking at me the entire time, and pull my scrap a bit more, and keep going forward.
black pools of water stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway. Tracks of both carts, pack animals, and humanoids dot the squishy earth. Each step makes a The air is thick with the smell of rain and mud. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist. It seems to be everywhere. It's thickest behind you and above you, but you can see whiffs of it on everything. The tree line is blurred by a silvery fog, even amongst the branches and leaves. Each step you take sends little wisps of the fog around. Approaching the gates, it spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you, as if it's following you. As if the fog is chasing you towards the gate. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrating wood on both sides of the doorway, are the high stone buttresses. Dark gray, almost black. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the bars. Two statues of plate armored guardians stand on either side. They are pristine, impossibly pristine. Given the... what's the word I'm looking for? The climate.
It do be a changing.
Climate change.
I guess I just sort of fly over. I try to avoid the mud.
I'm gonna see if I notice him trying to avoid the mud.
Make a deception and an insight check, please. Unless
What?
Ranagar, are you being obvious? Like, is it obvious you're trying to hide the fact you're avoiding the mud? Or are you being like kind of like ugh, as you fly overhead, or?
Wait, can everyone sees the mud, right? Or
Yeah, everyone can
Yeah.
see the mud.
yeah, I'm just like, I just fly over it.
Okay.
I didn't know if he was like landing and was like tiptoeing around the mud. or
Oh yeah, that's the image I got too.
Through the garden.
You,
Oh no, yeah,
you
no,
don't
that's
think
funnier.
as a giant
He
reptile,
he
can
lands
enjoy the
and
mud.
then he's like, I don't, and he just, I would like to roll a deception.
I'm gonna
That's
right.
more fun.
Go ahead and make an insight.
I rolled, whatever. I rolled a 10.
19.
That's worse
For
than my
in-
passive insight.
Yeah, my passive insight's a 17 anyway.
the dragon that was talking all of that good shit before is now kind of like tiptoeing, trying to like stand on top of their claws to keep top of like the points of their claws to keep like their scales out of the mud as much as possible as they just sort of meander forward awkwardly.
False dragon don't like getting dirty. Well, you will not be of use here with that mentality.
Let's not fight. Okay, we're all right here together. Please.
Not fighting, it seems, is going to be his specialty.
Ah! Wait, wrong accent. Oh, coming from the guy we had to dig out of a shallow grave.
Again, we're At this point, we're not friends, we're acquaintances. I've just met you and we've died. How about we don't repeat that, okay?
Yes, at least
So-
I died in battle.
Oh,
By a
oh,
dragon.
like you'd know anything about battle.
Guys, let's keep going. Dominic is just like fed up with this already.
When I say I die by drugging, I kind of want to gauge Dominic's reaction to that.
What?
I'm going to say very, very loudly for him.
I died by drugging.
Just to see if I can gauge anyone's reactions from that.
Dominic's gonna raise an eye and just
Ranagar goes, yeah, we all drank the vial.
yes, we all drank the vial. Let's go.
Callus. Sorry,
Except
Karis.
Bugbear here.
Karis, your both of your shifters kind of turned to you, and they both signed that like they were offered a vial by a stranger because they said they could help you as well.
He just nods and signs like, glad you were brave enough to accept without much information.
They signed to you. It was strange. For some reason, we believed the stranger. Now that I look back, there was definitely magic afoot.
I think that death liquid was magic.
And he's gonna sign to them like how he got there, and that he saw a figure, but other than that, is unsure of what is going on, and that the curse may have returned.
Neither of them were there for the initial curse.
I'm sure they would probably know.
But they know.
Yeah.
You've detailed. They also sign. Lancelot goes to sign, starting a description of the stranger, and then stops and realizes that they don't remember. And then they sign that to you, that they don't remember what the stranger looked like.
He
And
just kind of nods to them.
And you don't either. You can picture the silhouette, but it's fuzzy. You have no recollection of what their appearance was.
He just kind of nods in confirmation. And just looks to the party, the group. How much do you all know of the curse?
What do I know?
Curse of Barovia?
Curse?
Yes.
Context clues are telling me it's about the Barovia itself. Can I roll to see if I know anything about it?
No, you don't know.
I answer, yeah, everyone knows. That dude's son, big mist went away, yada yada.
Karis, that is effectively a, well, yes, but actually no description of what happened.
Yeah.
Like, all of it was technically true, but
Would Dominic know anything?
at 21? Nope. Make a history check for me. Possibly. You are taught by elves, and they would remember.
15?
Okay. Actually, I take it back. Nakaris, everyone would have a general idea of what happened before. Basically, the Emperor of Gallicus' son was a badass general and was like the greatest military mind of all time, conquered most of the world, retired to Barovia. Then one day, Barovia was surrounded by mists, and no one knows what happened. And then 2 years ago, the mist just vanished, but it's only been recently that people, like, word has spread throughout the land that the mists are gone. And that's really it. That's all you've heard. You've been more focused on other things.
Yeah.
Well, if I do not believe I have time for a history lesson, all that you need to know is this place, this false place, seems to have the curse.
Oh, who doesn't?
Can we just get through the gate already?
Yes, can we move through the gate? I want to keep hearing about this curse, but a more in-depth thing would be getting into a building, setting up protection, and talking about it there.
As we move forward, there will not be much protecting us. I hope you all survive. And then he just walks towards the gate.
That's not ominous at all.
I've been tiptoeing my way to the gate the whole time.
I've been.
That-
I thought we were
I would say like
At
we were
this
walking
point,
and
Dom
talking,
probably
but
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
he
assumed you guys were
picks up
walking
his-
and talking.
Yeah, he picks up the pace.
We're Sorkining it.
Yeah, exactly. So as you near the gate, there's a soft as the iron gates part on their own, clearing the way forward.
That gate was squeakier.
It was squeakier, actually. Into the Sphalic Woods. Towering trees whose tops are lost in the heavy gray mist block out all but a death gray light. The tree trunks are naturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. Everything is eerily quiet. No birds sing. The trees seem devoid of squirrels or other critters. There's no bugs. It is very not natural.
This is very not natural.
I gathered that as well.
Points to the obvious.
And you're a dragon. I'm gonna say point to my
False.
feet. I'm gonna message
Thank you.
Cantrip. I'm gonna message Cantrip. Technically, right now they're in the dragon's shape. I'm just leaving out the shape part to make them happy.
He preens a little. He's like he liked that. He kind of like curls his neck up and does one of those like.
What would it be? It's like gender euphoria. It's like shape euphoria.
He's kind of like walking a little taller. He's like, "You're fucking right. I'm a dragon."
he won't kill me tonight.
Oh, that's why he's called unyielding.
Oh. Okay, let's continue.
I didn't get
forward.
that, so neither did
Can
Rannick.
I
Annoying.
do a perception check around this forest to see if I see anything along this path?
For sure.
Like
Go ahead
anything-
and make a
like
perception
any
check.
traps or anything?
Can I also do that?
Can I assist Renegar? Because mine's not that great.
Ranagar, are you gonna accept the assistance? Is
Sure.
Ranagar accepting help? Okay.
Yeah, he likes the
The
tiefling
tiefling.
more now. I got a 24.
Well, you have advantage, so roll to see if it get higher, I guess.
I'd have to roll a 19 or a 20. I did not.
So looking about just at the edge of what is visible in the forest, so maybe 10-15 feet in, you can see a
I also
single
have blind
shadow.
sight and dark vision, if that matters.
Dark vision I knew. Blind sight out to how far?
Only 10 feet.
Okay, yeah. You can see a shape of some four-legged creature moving about it as if it's stalking.
Oh, good. We have something stalking us. I'd suggest you all get behind me.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Behind you.
And Karish just steps in front of him, like with his
He
shield
goes,
up.
Suit yourself, bugbear.
He has his shield up and his lance.
I'm
I'm
going to
behind
breathe.
both of these men.
He goes, wait, what do I breathe? Because I hope you like acid.
Well, like I wouldn't say like he's in front of his mouth, but like he's to the
He
side.
starts like bubbling acid out of his mouth. He's like, it's your fucking funeral.
This
He
like
would not be within. Yeah, he's not in front of his mouth.
this
Just,
kind
like,
of yellowish green liquid just bubbles out at the edges, and just like a couple droplets hit the ground, and as they hit the ground, they hit the dirt, and you just see tss, tss, as it melts the little bit patches of dirt underneath Rankar's face.
I yell at the thing I saw, and I attempt to fucking intimidate it.
All right, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Does it change at all that I'm a dragon?
I'll give you advantage for intimidation as a dragon.
Noise.
On this creature.
A 16.
That's the total.
Wait. What?
You-
How would you just
Advantage.
roll 2?
Advantage gives you 2d20s. Pick the highest.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, 16.
Okay. The silhouette disappears.
And he kind of pops up a little, goes, "Good, I scared him off." I don't think he did. But he does.
He's like, Karis just
Wait,
kinda
I'm
eyes
not a
him.
moron though. He goes. Well, I can't see him anymore. Take that for what it's worth.
Move forward carefully. Is anyone here good with stealth or anything?
Dominic is gonna smile. What do you stealth for?
Well, if something's following us, we probably need to start getting good at hiding. If you could give us some tips on how to do that effectively, maybe we can move forward quietly and not attract too much attention. I know that's going to be difficult because we have a dragon here with us, but we should try and move as quietly as possible so we're not... I know we're an odd bunch, but we should try and blend in with our surroundings.
Dom will is gonna end up giving y'all some suggestions on like how to be stealthier.
Okay.
So it's gonna say things like keep your head down.
Make an intelligence check for me.
Okay. I can do that.
Considering they're an assassin, can they have advantage?
They know how to be stealthy themselves. That doesn't really mean they know how to tell others to be stealthy. The ability to do something, the ability to teach are two different things.
Very true.
Just
Isn't that
just
the truth?
just my roll plus my intelligence modifier.
Yep,
No,
yep, your roll plus your intelligence.
7.
The suggestions are, how do I put it? Obvious. They are things that all of you collectively know. Karis is naturally sneaky. Ranagar has been around a while. And even mimics,
Necaris.
even
We can
Necaris
call
is-
that.
Karis
is,
is sneaky?
bugbears are naturally sneaky.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that. I
they're-
just
they're
assumed
good
they
at-
were-
They're good at
Yeah,
hunting.
he's proficient
right.
in stealth, but he has heavy
Armor,
armor.
so.
So.
Yeah, his armor makes that difficult.
Didn't know that about bugbears. Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, they're natural stalkers. But, so is everyone making stealth checks? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
I think we should move
Oh,
forward
that's
carefully.
funny.
Are you
Hell
going
yeah.
to stay on the wide open path
Yeah,
that's
like,
in the middle of the
Oh.
open
like
No.
and
Karis
has
isn't-
nowhere to hide?
Yeah, Karis isn't necessarily the most intelligent, but he is very wise.
If we move away from the path,
And
it
he's
could be
just gonna be
dangerous.
like, I don't think the stealth approach is going to work.
Yes, I just realized if we move off this path, it could be dangerous. We wouldn't know where we're going. We could
I
get
say
lost.
we just press forward and be alert.
Yeah.
I agree with the bugbear.
He just kind of
Dom's gonna
snorts.
Dom's just gonna end up walking alongside near the edge of the. Is it woods?
Edge of the path.
Edge of the
And
path,
woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And woods, yeah. So that they're hiding a lot better than.
Everyone else.
Okay.
I
So Dominique, do you want to go ahead and make a stealth check, please?
Dirty 20?
Okay. Good to know.
You are eaten.
Okay.
No.
Continuing onwards. As you continue forward, you exit after about hour and a half. You exit out from the narrow trail.
At some point during that, it goes back to being a kobold.
Yeah, just poof back to a kobold shape.
And as soon as he does, I would say that
I chose to do this!
Karis would probably chuckle a little bit and sign to Lancelot and Galahad, see False Dragon, and to see if they laugh, but he probably knows they won't.
They don't laugh, but they sign laughter back, basically. They sign ha 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 back to you, like, but it's not obvious. None of the hand signals are obvious. It's specifically designed to be subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to
The
kobold.
voice crack.
So yes, you exit out, and you're still in the forest, but now you've got miles of open ground. To your left, as you continue along the road, you can see a river that flows as clear as blue winter sky through the valley. It snakes and carves its way, a rather shallow but fast waterway as it continues in the direction you're following or traveling. And can I get everyone's passive perceptions, please?
16.
14.
14.
15.
Oh, 13, my bad, not 14. I'm thinking of insight.
Okay, cool. So yeah, looking about, you don't see any critters, you don't see any creatures. You don't see any of that sort of thing. You do, however, you can... Nope, nighttime, darkness. Even with dark vision, cannot see that.
I would
Oh, good.
ask. I would try and walk close to Karis.
'Kay.
And just as we're going along. So you've been through something like this before?
Yes. The order in which I belong to.
And he just kind of stops talking for a second.
You don't have to talk about it if it brings back bad memories.
This whole situation is very concerning. If the curse is back, then what was it for?
You know, I don't ask that about curses, but I ask that about all the other things. Life's an uphill battle. Gotta keep fighting. That's all I know.
You sound like someone I know.
Well, hopefully they're nice. And he'll just pull his hood down further, and because you're close enough to see, the scarf has musical notes on it with half notes, a treble clef, a bass clef, and a bunch of rests on it. Just pulls it up further, and we'll just precipitation everything around him clean. Keep a steady mind. That's all I can say about this weird situation.
I have been trained as in such, but thank you.
Kairos, assuming that the layout of this Barovia is the same, or it is in fact Barovia, hard to say. You're still a good 4 or 5 hours out from the village of Barovia. Based on the speed you're traveling. Sorry, not 4 or 5 hours. You're like 3 or 4 hours out. Because you're traveling very slowly, just because it's muddy and it's dark, and one of you is stealthing.
Would he know kind of like a location that could potentially be a safe location to camp?
If the curse is returned, and Barovia is the way it was before the curse was broken, your safest bet is on the road, or right beside it, and just hope and pray.
Yeah. Can I tell how late it is?
Do you have the feat that lets you know exactly what time it is?
No.
No.
Yeah, because
With the mist, it's nighttime. You know, because there'll be a soft glow to the mist when it's daytime. But right now it's night, and that's really all you got. If it's the same timing, if time has passed normally, then your guess, assuming you were out for a short period of time, is it's, like 1, 2 a.m. But you have no idea because you have no idea how long you were out for.
Would he know of any particular, like, after such and such time it gets more dangerous, or anything of that nature?
If it's nighttime, it's more
Yeah.
dangerous. That's just the
Yeah,
standard. Night is bad. Day is less bad. Day is bad. Night is awful.
So he's like,
If we continue like this, it will take several hours before we reach Barovia. And it might be late. As much as I do not want to be out here, we should find a place to rest and camp. But only on or near the road.
Okay. We got prior,
And with that,
prior experience.
you hear a loud howling very close to you, just at the just outside of dark vision.
I'm assuming he knows what this is and probably knows that it's too late to do anything about it.
Best case scenario, it's a wolf. Worst case
Yeah.
scenario, it's a werewolf.
Can I make a check on, like, instinct of, like,
Having
what
lived
you-
in front of Barovia. Yeah,
Yeah.
make a let's see. You're trying to differentiate between the sound of a werewolf and the sound of a wolf. Make an intelligence check with proficiency.
17.
That sounded more higher pitched and less guttural, which means it's either a regular wolf or it's a werewolf. You're leaning more towards a werewolf.
So, like, on an instinctual basis, like, run or fight, like,
Yeah, that is the situation you're in.
like, which would he like? Like, his
You're not
spidey senses would-
outrunning
sure.
a werewolf.
Yeah.
Ranagar with the little legs, as far as you think, is definitely not outrunning the werewolf.
Yeah. He's just, as soon as he hears it, he's just going to, like, immediately shield up, lance out, and go,
Prepare and watch our backs.
Just gonna grab the whip.
Oh, good.
Ranagar starts to try to use his druid powers.
Okay. What's he trying to do?
He is casting a level 2 summon beast.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
All right. All right. What beast do you summon?
Well, so it's not like a real beast; it's a spirit, and
Yeah.
it's just sort of the environment. So I think he's gonna go with land.
It's
I
gonna go
guess
with
a
land.
bear, like a
Okay.
bear made of.
Yep.
Is it made of the element, or is it just a spirit?
It's a spirit that looks like a bear. It's similar to a familiar. So yeah, Ranagar
I have his stat block.
kind of channels magic. Their hands glow a faint green, and then
my chest thingies glow, my green scales.
And then that light, that kind of green energy, coalesces in front of them into a medium-sized bear. But there's something wrong with it. It's kind of thinner looking, hair and hide is missing. It looks sickly. Along its head, it's got like bone spurs that are protruding out. Its claws are jagged, and they've actually got like malformalities where they've got multiple claws coming out of one finger. And it's just not right.
I would say also as soon as he puts his spear up, he would cast Divine Favor on his weapon.
Okay. Dominique.
Dom's just gonna pull out their bow.
'Kay.
And get ready.
All right. And Nakaris, anything?
Nakaris, instead of pulling out the wire that's on his side, will look at it for a second and then pull out the whip that's basically his belt.
Okay.
Just
I will have everyone roll initiative, please.
When does my hold on?
Ah,
the
Oh, it
spirit
shows
would go
my
on your
initiative.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
For I didn't put this in the document, but for this, all critters will go at the same time as you if you summon them. Your summoned creatures will go immediately after you.
Cool. I'm 11.
All right.
22.
22, 11, Karis,
14.
14, Narkaris.
15. I love the fact that we chose very similar names.
Alrighty. However, we will take this opportunity to take our break. Alright, so when we left off, our band of... I use heroes very loosely because I don't have time to think of like a more accurate term. The Scooby Gang.
Scooby Gang.
The Scooby Gang where Scrappy-Doo can turn into a dragon, apparently. Have been transported. Died. They died. Most of them drank poison from a mysterious stranger, which is always a good idea, kids. Drink mysterious strangers, vials that mysterious strangers give you. And one of them was killed by a bolt. And was also told by a mysterious stranger, well, that's easy. And they awoke in
Because Sir Karis
What?
is very easy.
looked like... Good. It's going to be great when we start introducing all the vampires and werewolves people are going to sim for. I'm ready for it. Anyway. Unsure of what's going on, but concerned of the return. Concerned of a return of a curse that thus far Sir Karis has been fairly unclear about the details. They have traveled through what they believe to be Barovia. After several hours of travel, they still have a ways to go before reaching the first settlement. When Sir Karis recognized the howl of a werewolf and was prepared, realizing that they were being hunted. Which was really helpful that they spotted the werewolf earlier and didn't get ambushed. Regardless, Dominique, you are the top of the initiative. You currently have no visual of the enemy, of any enemy yet.
Love that. Love that. The no visual part is hurting. Can I like roll a perception or something and try and shoot in the direction that I hear it?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception roll with a disadvantage. Do you have dark vision? Yeah, you have dark vision. What am I
50
smoking?
feet.
Yeah. Yep.
Still a disadvantage?
Nope, not a disadvantage.
Okay. 18.
You actually make out, you can actually see the silhouette of both, of two werewolves. Well, you assume they're werewolves. They are humanoid, vaguely, they're hunched over. They've got kind of a wolf shape, but they're more stretched out, like a human crawling along the ground very low towards you. Both of them to what would be your right, facing towards the direction you've been walking. And they're maybe 40 feet from you at this point. And they were creeping forward.
From me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my bow and I'm gonna try and Oh, I already have my bow. I'm gonna try and shoot at one of them.
Okay.
Brain duper. So I have, as an assassin rogue, I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken turn in combat yet. Would I have?
No.
No. It just
You will
be
have
a
you will have
flat
that
then?
because it hasn't gone yet. You will not have advantage.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, sorry. You have advantage on any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet, right? I said no preemptively. I was thinking of the other part of that rule.
Gasp.
Wow.
Oh.
I made a mistake? Oh no. So you have the assassin rule is, if I remember correctly, you have advantage on any creature that hasn't taken an attack turn yet. And then you also have the second part that if you surprise them, you auto crit. So you do get the first part of that rule. You will have advantage. You're like,
Okay.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna rule that now to move on, but I'm gonna read it. I bet I remember that exactly. I bet you.
A 12.
A 12 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey. And then I get sneak attack, of course, because it's at advantage. It was not bad.
Because you had advantage.
How many sneak attack die? 2. Okay. Cool. 8 plus. I'm doing really good at this rolling thing. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 damage.
12
I can math.
Alright. As your weapon strikes the werewolf, you can see the arrow. It looks like it just sort of ping, bounces off of it.
Oh, good.
Yay. That was it. Who's next?
Nakaris.
Looking at everyone, Karis is going to hum just a few simple notes, trying his best to like stay in the controlling mindset. Just
Okay.
and mental inspiration to these 3 lovely, beautiful they thems and he hims.
Okay.
And one of
Aww.
one of Karis's little squires.
Okay.
5 temp HP for
Yeah,
you guys.
only one of them.
Well, I can only get 4.
It'll be
yeah.
Lancelot.
Yeah, I give that to them, and I just say very quietly, "I'm not much good in a fight. So make sure I don't go down, please." As magic goes across all of them.
Okay. I'm sorry. That was what spell was
he's
it?
not very good in a fight. Just great.
What was that?
What spell was that? Sorry.
That was my one of my bard. It's one of my abilities as a bard. Mental inspiration. I use a bardic inspiration to spend 1 use of bardic inspiration to grant 5 temporary HP up to 4 creatures you can see, and I can see you within 60 feet. Each creature can immediately use this reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Hells yeah.
So
Wait, how much
all got
HP?
5 HP?
5 temp HP for everyone, basically.
Cool.
Oh,
And
and
you
my
all
not
can
my bear
move.
though.
Not your bear, but everyone can move up their movement speed to any point they want.
Like immediately, or
As soon as I do it. Yeah, it can use this as its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So basically, I'm controlling the battlefield, and I can't really do anything with my action, so I'm just going to take the dodge action,
Okay.
oh man,
and that'll be my turn. And he'll just be happy that it seemed to have worked.
I guess Ranagar looks at the bugbear and kind of is like, "Are you gonna move up?"
I would say that he probably knows not to go into the woods.
It's flat ground. You've got a lot of
So
flat ground. They were creeping up. The reason you caught them is they were creeping up pretty close.
Okay, so they're
Over-
not in
No,
in
the woods
forest
are
then.
like a mile away.
Okay, so then yeah, he's gonna move up towards the werewolves then.
You will investigate.
Ranagar, can he get on the bear?
Yes.
Dope. Ranagar climbs on the bear. And they
Ranagar
together
clambles up onto the
charge.
bear, and then the bear will take its 30
He
feet.
holds on to the back spikes.
Yeah, finds a nice spot between the back spikes. Alrighty.
And as he's going, he's just like, charge!
How close does that put us to them?
Math is hard.
If they're
15.
40 feet away and they can move 30 feet.
Yeah, 10, 15 feet,
Okay.
which is relevant, Sir
Yeah.
Karis.
So he would be a bit like 5 feet back.
Okay. You want to be exactly 15 feet from the nearest werewolf?
Yeah.
Is that
'Cause
what
I'm-
I'm getting?
Yeah.
I want to be slightly behind Sarkaris.
Okay. You are 5 feet behind Sir Karis. You are 20 feet away from the werewolves.
Dope.
I'm just seeing if this actually auto loops. Oh, it does. That's great. Sir Karis, it is your turn.
All right. He is just going to, from his current position, just lunge. I'm assuming that as soon as he get that inspiration, he's just going to run up and like just lunge with his lance straight into the nearest werewolf. And that is a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And he's a bit concerned already, so probably gonna well, he's not gonna do that just yet. Did he see the arrow bounce off it?
He did, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna attack.
You know, he knows. He knows that
Yeah.
that if your weapons aren't magical or silvered, they're not going to hurt a werewolf.
Yeah, which he's
Oh,
going.
right.
So he's going to put a smite behind that as well.
Okay.
Wait.
Um,
Uh-oh.
So I need. So that is 13 from the lance, which has the divine favor on it.
So an extra D4. So the lance itself won't do damage. It'll be all the radiant damage.
Yeah. Does it? Yeah. So yeah, that's 4 damage from the divine favor.
'Kay.
And 2d8 for the smite. Come on, high roll. So that will be another 11 damage from.
So 15
the
total?
smite.
Real quick, I apologize. I should remember this. Your deity was Bahamut, right? Is that what we decided on?
No, it was the girl, the I forget the name. It wasn't Bahamut. Let me pull up the.
It's good. It's good when you forget your god's name. I'm sure they won't be upset at all.
Have your player guide pulled up somewhere. I thought I did.
But you know, right now, Ranagar would be very upset if his subjects forgot him.
Let me grab it.
It doesn't say here.
While we're waiting, does beast thingy, does that count as magic?
Wild shape? I think that's actually an unlock you get.
No, not wild shape. The spell.
The
Your-
spell
your
is
The
beast-
magic.
the beast summon.
The beast summoned, I would have to check to see if it has.
It doesn't
If it's attacks. If it doesn't say its attacks are magical, then it's not magical. It'll specifically say they're magical.
There's so much
Well,
on your
this is
thing.
useless.
It is a bullet sponge.
It tanks damage for you. There's nothing useless about that.
It's providing
I
you
just
with
mean you
cover
can't
right now,
hurt
which
it.
is really funny.
Wait,
was
is
like,
it? If I'm on top of it,
Vulor.
does that mean they can't hit me?
No, but you'll have cover. Who was it?
Oh,
Vulor, of course. Yeah. Goddess of the, I remember
'Cause the
now.
moon
I'm dumb.
and all
Yeah,
that?
Goddess of the Moon and Duty.
Yeah.
So yeah, the lance. So as
Duty.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I was still disappointed. Anyway. So the bugbear charges forward, wielding this lance, stabbing forward with it. The lance itself hits the hide and just bounces off. But there's this bright flash of kind of silvery, translucent energy that sparks right at the impact site, and it just burns the werewolf's hair around it, and scars the skin underneath as the werewolf howls, very, very surprised at the sudden burst of pain going through its left shoulder as it kind of rears back. It kind of snarls at you, but it does not look. It's not happy.
How badly did I hurt it, though?
It was a good, solid hit. Like you can see the werewolf like recoiled. It's kind of, it's kind of questioning its life choices at this point. It's kind of withdrawing. It's getting more defensive. It's kind of pulled itself in and tightened itself up.
Okay. So with that, he's going to use his War Priest ability and
Okay.
attack again.
Okay.
And that would be a 15.
That'll hit.
So, I'm a lance damage, doesn't really matter. That's only 5 on the lance damage, but
Lance damage doesn't matter.
yeah. Why did I put my dice back? No, where did I put my D4 in? Oh, it's in the corner.
Oh, dope.
Oh, that's another 4 damage on the
Okay. So 4 plus. Are you doing a smite? Sorry.
Don't have a lot of spells, but he's desperate, so he's scared. So yeah, he's smiting.
Okay. The werewolf kind of recoils, and before it can get its arms set and back into a defensive position, you stab again. This time underneath the right arm into the armpit area.
And that is 14 on the
14.
smite.
And once more, it drives in. Your aim steady. It hits the hide, doesn't do anything, and then that blast again, just a spray of silver light that just blasted the werewolf. It kind of closes its eyes in blindness as it howls out as more, maybe all the way up to like halfway through its chest, and the same size on its back, all the way to its spine, is just burned away. The fur is gone, and underneath it is just red, charred, peeling skin instantly as the werewolf kind of doubles back, and it doesn't recover immediately. It takes him a hot minute as he is bloodied.
Fuck that werewolf.
Anything else, Karis?
No, he's just like as soon as he, getting ready for what he knows is coming.
Oh, darn it.
Okay. Well, with that said, it is the werewolf's turn. And as the werewolf comes...
I would say he would say to shout out to use magic.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't act like you knew that.
They're a werewolf.
All right. The werewolf's turn. They both kind of look at each other. And even those of you with very low insight can see they've kind of like that look of concern between them. But then the one that's kind of injured looks down at itself, and then in a loud howl as it dives forward at Garrus.
Yeah, I wonder who that one's going to attack.
It will start with a claw attack. 18 to hit.
Just matches my AC.
Oh, just matches is just hitting them. That's going to be max damage. 10 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
It's slashing damage for the rules, but flavor-wise, it just swings in with this big overhand strike, landing down on your left shoulder. Are you left or right-handed? Relevant question for descriptions.
Oh no.
He is right-handed.
Right-handed? Okay, cool. So it comes down on the forward shoulder because shield would be forward, slamming down onto the shoulder plate. denting the shoulder plate with the impact and kind of like leaving these claw marks in it. It doesn't penetrate, but the force through is heavy, and you can feel an instant bruise form and probably a crack in the shoulder. The second attack,
10 hit points.
as it uses that claw to grab in and comes in for a big bite, for a 23 to hit, which obviously hits.
Definitely.
Why did I put my d4s away? I'm going to need those. That's going to be only 4 points. And this bite actually comes in underneath your neck armor. It's not a full-on bite. He doesn't get a good grab. It's more of a graze. As the teeth kind of snap in, you pull your head away and just tear a slash across your neck. Nothing violent, nothing well, it is violent. Nothing fatal, nothing serious, just a slash. Exposing some muscle underneath and causing a spray of blood. But I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, that's actually not bad. That's a 21.
21? Okay, perfect. You're probably fine. Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah.
The other werewolf sees that,
Oh, good.
and let's see. The werewolf has the bear coming down on it, the kobold's on top of the bear, the armored fighter, and it doesn't know it's within reach of the bugbear. So it's actually going to try and run past the bugbear towards the squishier two behind. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Yep.
Okay.
You can't smite with it, but that is almost a nat 20. So
Close.
yes.
Can you
So
not
I'm just gonna
smite
roll the
outside
the
of your turn?
radiant damage. So that's 2 from the
2?
radiant. Yeah.
So the werewolf runs by. As the other werewolf is kind of pulling its head back as you dodge, you shove it away, giving yourself enough space to just almost blindly, but with a trained skill, stab straight across yourself, catching the werewolf in the leg. There's a spray of radiant energy, not nearly as bright as when you use smites, but still it scars the wolf. It kind of as it whimpers as it runs past,
Yeah.
and then it will rush Nakaris, because Nakaris
It
looks
has
like the
disadvantage
squishiest
because
target.
I took the dodge action.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's
Wait,
got
it
plenty.
gets past me?
You do not have enough reach to hit it. Your reach is only 5 feet.
Oh.
You're not wielding a long weapon while also being a bugbear with extra reach.
I just thought he ran right by.
No, yeah, he's a little bit over. You guys are at the first werewolf, and the other werewolf's about like 10 feet over from him. And he's got plenty of movement to avoid you. So yeah, he's going to charge forward and go ahead and dive onto Nakaris. Well, only gets an 11 to hit.
My AC is 13.
Actually less than that. Gets a 9 because I didn't roll with disadvantage. So it kind of dives forward with its claw, and Nakaris, seeing it coming, just kind of very gracefully steps out of the way. The claw kind of slams into the mud with a squishing sound as perfect as mud sprays upwards. And that is its dive attack, which is the only reason it can reach you. So that is the werewolf's done.
Okay.
You kind of
That's not bad.
Ranagar. So you have a werewolf in
where
5
am I
feet of
in
you.
rel-
So you have a werewolf in 5 feet of you, and then the one that ran past you that dove at Nakaris it would be 25 feet behind you. 25, 30 feet.
Where's Dominique?
Dominique is behind Nakaris.
Okay. I will do the following. I cast ice. Well, it doesn't matter what order I do things in. My
No.
bonus and my cast.
Nope.
Cool. I cast ice knife at the werewolf that he stabbed.
Okay. Is that a range attack or is it a saving throw for me? If it's a range attack, it'll have
Both.
Okay.
So on a hit, you
Um,
take 1d10 piercing, and then the shard explodes, which you take a dexterity save against.
It'll hit. Oh, it won't hit. Oh yeah, you're. No. He moved up to be in melee range of you. The blast will. Oh no, it's within 5 feet of the impact, right? Yeah. The blast will hit. Karis, if you care.
Wait, which
Rat-
one?
The shrapnel of the
The
ice is
shrapnel
going
from
to
Ice Knife will hit
Karis
Karis.
because
if I don't do the if I fail this at Dex.
Just so
Oh,
you
I
know.
thought he was like far. Oh, because he got close.
Because
to
the
you.
werewolf
Yeah.
charged him. The werewolf's
Yeah.
all up in his face.
I mean, does Ranagar really care about Karis? That's tough. Like, that's your.
Yeah, he's about to
input.
heal you. What if I shoot it at the other one?
The other one, it would hit.
hit.
It would hit. Risk hitting Nakaris.
Lovely. What shall I do then? Never mind then. I wasn't aware of that. I thought he was farther back.
Corpses are
So,
an issue.
new plan. Sorry, I'm gonna send the bear, so he'll go after me, and then I'm gonna leap off.
Okay.
And I am going to shapeshift into a dragon of the aspect.
Okay.
And I choose. Blue.
Okay.
And then
So real quick, Renegard jumps off, and then same as last time, you see the blue spread from their scales as their body shifts and cracks and changes, but they don't turn into a blue dragon. They turn into a dragon that Karis, you would be able to recognize this. It's almost an amalgamation of dragons. It's got forward-facing horns, like two forward-facing horns, like a black dragon. It has the frills of many of the metallic dragons. It has the kind of face shape of a red dragon with those horns. It has kind of a mix of tails that is kind of a combination of both green and white dragons. It is an amalgamation of all different parts of different dragons. But its scales are blue. But not a normal blue. They're almost a translucent blue. Like as the light, whenever light catches it, like for example, when you use your radiant energy, any sort of light source catches it, it shimmers in kind of a chromatic color palette. So it's almost the when it reflects, it's almost rainbowy.
that sounds dope.
Hood.
Karis does not know what to think of this.
Ranagar, hood.
What?
And your hood. You wanted to put the hood on.
Oh.
Every time you're a dragon.
Huzzah!
I remembered for you, don't worry. And carry on.
Right, viewers. I cast magic missile.
Okay, which one?
I attack the one attacking the little guy.
Okay. So the dragon
What's
extends
that?
its
Do I-
hand,
Just hits, right?
and 3 beams of purplish white arcane energy and do a complete 180 backwards, slamming into the back of the werewolf attacking Nakaris. And it just hits. It's just 1d4 plus 1 for each bolt, so 3d4 plus 3, effectively. Assuming all 3
That's
bolts go.
5, 4, 9, 2. So 11. 11 damage.
Very nice. Each bolt, there's a sizzle and a pop between the burning sensation of the arcane magic and the force puncturing the skin as the werewolf, totally focused on Nakaris, with each impact. Blood trickles down from the wounds, and around them the fur is burned, much like the radiant energy. But there is a puncture now, and this kind of reddish, silvery blood. It looks like mercury almost that's been stained red, drips out very slowly from each wound.
I would also like to get to split the difference with it with my movement.
Okay.
And then I would like the bear to just can the bear grapple?
The bear can grapple. The bear can also provide flanking, if you'd like to put it on the other side of Werewolf A. It can grapple and flank.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. So the werewolf kind of very wary, now suddenly with the knight on one hand and the bear on the other, very
That
wary
bitch
of,
magic bear.
very suddenly concerned of its injury and its position, realizing that these creatures have the ability to hurt it.
Oh yeah.
The fear in Werewolf A is evident. The haggardness, it's already bloodied. Its injuries are very serious. Most of it, almost its entire chest and most of its back, the fur is gone, and it's just nasty third-degree burns. And now it is being surrounded. Now it is attacked on 2 sides. And you'd like the bear to attempt to grapple the werewolf?
Yeah.
That'll be an athletics for the bear. And
Okay. I don't know if I have.
if it
the
doesn't have-
bear's,
well, it'll be
he
whatever the
has-
it's the stat of the spell. If it doesn't have the skill, it's just a strength check.
it doesn't have any
Okay.
skills.
Yeah, then it's just a strength check.
Strength +4. Cool.
It's almost
I got a
impossible for you.
16.
I was gonna say it's almost impossible for you to fail. The bear just kind of comes in and it bites down on the werewolf. It can't hurt it, but it pins the shoulder and kind of twists the werewolf awkwardly. It kind of as it's now holding it down, and the werewolf cannot escape.
That is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is. Anything else from you, Ranagar?
I did my bonus, I did my action, I did my movement, and I did my bear. That's it for old Ranigar.
Back to the top, Dominique.
Oh, I gotta check off magic missile.
So Dominic
Just chuck up the
realizes
spell slot.
how kind of fucked up they are because they don't have magic or silver weapons.
Not that they know the silver part. But they know that they realize that. Oh, I guess they got told magic. They didn't get told silver.
Oh, they were told silver. Okay.
He said magic.
Was the intention there to say like
Yeah,
use this
to
too?
have
Okay,
armor.
cool. Yeah, all right. Carry on, Dominique. You're aware.
I'm aware. Okay.
Not
You're a werewolf.
Not a werewolf, but
I'm ahead. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm a head out.
Peace.
I'm really smart.
Yeah, me too.
How close are the werewolves?
Um,
to Dominique?
Werewolf A is not a problem right now. Werewolf B is 5 feet or is 10 feet away, and the 5 feet between you and the werewolf is Nakaris. The only thing between you and a werewolf is Nakaris.
Fun. You know, Dom's just gonna move to the side so that Nikaris isn't like directly in the way, and take a step back as well, and is gonna try and shoot with the bow.
Okay.
Because doing something is better than doing nothing.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
23.
Oh, it pops
Oh,
up
hell
on
yeah.
here. Oh, that's
Oh.
so cool.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to have a brief moment. I'm using the encounter tracker on D&D Beyond, and if you roll digital dice, it pops up in the encounter tracker for me.
Oh.
So I saw that.
Wow.
Oh,
I
D&D
know,
Beyond's
that's
finally
really
getting so
random.
good.
If you just have D&D Beyond, like I'm on my character sheet and I see it the roll too.
That's awesome, because you're all in the same campaign. Ah, I love it. D&D Beyond's getting so good.
And then,
So you 23, you fire the arrow and you hit square in the werewolf's eye, and the arrow just hits and bounces off. But the werewolf kind of as it literally gets poked in the eye. It doesn't hurt it, but it kind of, and then it looks past Nakaris to you and just.
fuck.
You guys are really. No.
Can I use my... Can rogues use bonus action?
Bonus action
dodge,
dash,
or-
or no, not dodge.
No.
You can bonus action
That's
dash or
action.
bonus action what's the other thing?
Disengage. or
Disengage. Yeah, disengage dash hide.
Nikaris is gonna look at you like, get out.
hide. Yeah, I'm gonna back the fuck up a bit. I don't know how far. Cause I move, what, 10 feet already? I'll probably move back
Okay.
more. I don't know. As far back as I could go right now. So, with very Object encumbrance is saying that my walking speed is 20 feet.
Yeah, you can, as a free action, just drop your backpack. And then
Cool.
you're just not carrying that weight. For everybody. I mentioned this a couple of times, but I don't think I actually made a rule on it. It's a free action to just ditch your backpack.
Awesome. I'll drop my bag and I'll move.
Yeah.
How far can I go? I moved.
You moved 5 feet
on the
already.
map.
You moved 5 feet already, so whatever your movement is minus 5 feet. So 25 probably?
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
I need a third screen and maybe just a second computer so I can have D&D Beyond up on that. Because it's so slow. My computer is just struggling with everything that's going on it right now.
Oh.
You hear to hear, folks. Our new goal is to get him a new computer.
I have a
My
laptop. I just need to
OnlyFans
set
will
it
be
yeah.
funding them.
up. Everyone else
Guys,
making
look
OnlyFans.
forward to my only turtles, which is just turtles in suggestive poses.
My roommate's
Whenever you put them
OnlyFans
on
is
the
a tall glass of water. He's 6'5", and we'll just drink glasses of water in different positions. It's not actually sexual. He's literally just like standing in the hallway or sitting down or like at the library. Anyway.
Look at how risque they are.
Anything else, Dominique?
Nope. That's
Nakaris,
it.
you have a very, very angry werewolf right in front of you.
I'm gonna look at it, and I'm just gonna let the vocals just start to warm up a bit, and I'm gonna start singing Infernal as my eyes turn red. Oh, this is about to get real bad for you. And I'm going to disengage as my action. But I can't do a bonus action spell if I'm disengaging as my action, can I? This takes my full turn.
What? You
Anyway.
you still get a bonus action.
I
You
still
get
get a
bonus
bonus action?
Yeah,
Okay,
action
I'm
is
so
you
used
use
to
an
other
action to
things.
disengage. Yeah.
I'm so used to other things, my bad.
No worries.
So, bonus action is after saying, "Oh, you really fucked up now." In Infernal, I'm gonna do in a very quiet voice. Karis, heal, and you're gonna be healed for 1d4 plus 4. Karis, which is 7 hit points back to you. And then I'm just gonna back away from it, and I'm just gonna look at it with this just look of, come at me.
Okay, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Oh, you said you said a charisma ability?
I did, yeah.
Yay.
Huzzah! Ooh, that's a fun laugh.
Is it a 1 or a 20? That's the only reason that laugh is that.
That's a 20.
Nice! Is that the first nat 20 of the campaign?
It is.
Sure
It
is.
is.
Spicy.
On purpose that 20 because I rolled a fake d20 on on armor D&D Beyond, and it was a nat 20. So I think it was just telling me the future. So yeah, nat 20 as I just look at this thing and just twitch. I do
It
love the
actually,
tilt.
it goes to take a step forward and it's kind of like, it looks back. It like glances over at the wounds to its back. It glances over at its compatriot that is surrounded, and like it can still see the burns all over it.
And the great thing is, I said it in a way that I don't think Dominic can see it because I have my hood up,
Yeah.
and they can barely hear it. So
You can
yay.
tell though that when you did the healing words, you could feel that heat and that pressure on your throat, and the light's is actually almost bright enough that it's coming through the scarf.
Yeah. It was probably a whole note as well when I said heal. It was like 4
Yeah.
beats.
Anything else, Nakaris?
I just step back 10 feet and I just open my arms and do a little bow, like, come at me.
Karis, so you hear the arcane enchantment, and you feel this heat and this almost like someone's pressing like a hot cloth to one of your wounds, and it's not pleasant until it stops. And then suddenly you have that relief as part of that injury, as that nasty bruise is lessened, and the crack, the little chip, the little fracture of the bone heals over.
Yeah, I mean he's almost back to full health, so he's feeling good.
Alrighty, it is your turn, Karis.
So the one that's grappled basically can't do anything, right?
It can do everything. It just can't move. Its movement is 0.
Can it make a dexterity saving throw?
100%.
Okay.
Grapple just all it does is movement is 0, but you do have +2 to attack rolls for what it's worth because you are flanking on one
Yeah,
side.
I mean, he's gonna Sacred Flame him.
Okay, so dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Saving throws doesn't have any saving throws. Nope. So 11, which is failed.
That
I can
doesn't-
do
yeah,
math.
That fails.
I feel like 11 is your prof without is your prof plus 8, let alone
Yeah.
your skill.
That's max damage, so that's 8 points of radiant damage.
This burst of fire as the werewolf's kind of parrying both of you. You channel the spell, point your lance or your shield. Which do you want? Do you want to use your shield or your lance as the... I don't care for flavor. As long as you have the rule, flavor-wise, I don't care.
I would say the lance.
And so you point the lance, and this beam of silvery fire. It's fire, but it's silver-colored. Arcs into it and just slams into its forehead and kind of leaves this burn mark over its forehead, tearing a bunch of the top hair, the long mane that it has, and just burning it nastily as the werewolf kind of... And he's looking very haggard now and very concerned of his his situation, as he's desperately trying to break free of this bear bite that's got him pinned. Anything else, Karis? Bonus action?
He does not really have any other point. Does he have anything? I don't think so. I don't think.
Did
he
you
has anything
move?
else. He hasn't moved, but
Do you want to take the free strike? Is the question.
do I want what?
You would take an attack opportunity. So are you going to move, or are
Yeah.
you still staying within 5 feet of the werewolf?
Yeah, he's staying right where he is.
'Kay.
He's trying to finish this thing off.
Sounds
as
good.
quickly as
Okay.
possible.
It is the werewolf's turn. It looks at the bear, but it's an intelligent enough creature to realize that you have magic and you are hurting it. So it's definitely going to attack you. Actually, it's going to give off a howl. It's going to give a bark. And because they go at the same time, Werewolf B is going to go. And it's actually going to run, hearing the shout, run from Nakaris and run over to flank you. So both werewolves are after you now. Nakaris, you disengaged, right? So you were outside. You can't take a free strike? I think you're muted.
I muted myself.
Okay.
I backed up like 5 feet.
Cool.
Technically, my whip is 10 feet. It would do absolutely.
Okay.
It would do absolutely nothing if I actually went for it.
Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, both werewolves are gonna claw at you with their +2 from flanking now. One gets a 12 and the other gets a 20. I think the 12 misses and the 20 hits, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
Okay, so that's gonna be 2 claw attacks as its free arm slashes out at you, and the other one runs over and then claws you into the back. For 7 points of slashing damage as the black back claw just slams into your spine, slamming your armor against your back. You can feel this like sharp pain shoot up and down your spine. Again, it doesn't penetrate the armor, but it sucks. And then both wolves are gonna bite you. One's gonna get an 11 and one's gonna get a 23.
Ugh, yeah, 11 misses and 23
So the other one goes to the one werewolf A, the one that's grappled, goes to bite you, but the bear pulls it back. The other one, with your back turned to it, comes around and then clamps down on your neck, having seen that is a weak spot. Why do I keep putting dice away? I don't know why I do this. I am the worst. It's going to be 6 points of piercing damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw.
It says 16.
16 con?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, noted. And that is the werewolf's turn. Ranagar the Unyielding, it is your turn.
Yeah, Carrots
Oh.
is hurting a bit.
Great.
He's not quite bloodied, but
He's
he
looking
is hurting.
bad.
Yeah.
Question. Does
Answer.
my breath attack count as magic?
No. They're not magic. This has been ruled. I'm pretty sure it's a tweet that's been ruled. Dragon breath attacks are not magic, and I know this because dragon breath attacks go through the dome.
Yeah.
They go through the
What
dome,
about,
and they're not.
What about when I get the
When you
level
get the
6?
level 6, that will make it magic.
Then it will be?
Yeah, all of
Okay.
your stuff becomes magic at that point.
I don't want to leave my wild shape, but my spells won't help.
Remember, you can
what
use
do
higher
I
you can
do?
use higher level spell slots to cast lower level spells.
Oh.
Remember that it uses
Like-
the blue dragon form. The blue aspect uses your spell slots. You just gain those spells, which is
Wait, what? One more time.
the blue dragon aspect. Its rules use your spell slots. So if you cast a first
So
level
you're
spell,
saying
it'll
I
use.
could cast like a...
So you could cast magic missile at second level if you have a second level spell slot or whatever spell slot you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably smart. I'm trying to think because I also could heal him, but then I'd have to drop the dragon, and then I'd be very vulnerable.
I would say
Or I
like
could dismiss the bear.
to give you any sort of like perception of what Karis is looking like while he probably looks wounded, he is not letting that affect his demeanor.
For what it's worth, I'm comfortable with players sharing numbers because I can see all your numbers, and it would be very unfair if you guys couldn't communicate hit points and I could see them.
I mean, he's at 17 health.
Okay.
So
Out of
like,
what?
Oh, whatever.
32.
That's like how much I have.
yeah. So like, and like that's what I'm saying. Like he's hurting definitely because he's almost down half his health, but like he is a knight and he's been in battle, so he's like
He's tanking.
more
He's
angry than
taking
anything.
it. He's taking it.
Yeah.
Pain is an old friend.
I do I want to cast blindness? Is it a con save? I cast level 2 magic missile at whatever one looks worse.
Whichever one looks worse, that's the one attacking. Or sorry, the werewolf
They're
A.
both attacking Karis.
The one that's badly burned by Karis. The one Karis lit the fuck up.
Yeah.
So what level? Sorry.
Well, wait, hold on. So I can move, right? I
Yep.
can fly. I could grapple it.
Yep.
I
That
don't
would be
know
your
if that'd
action.
help, though.
It's already grappled. All grappling does is make its movement 0, and sometimes allows certain
Then
abilities.
yeah, level 2 magic missile at the.
Okay,
at
so
the
that'll be-
moderate one.
That'll be 4 bolts. 1d4 plus 1 each, so 4d4 plus 4 total.
Oh, that's not great. 6 total on the dice. So
'Kay.
10. And then I guess the bear just keeps keeping on.
Okay. Sorry, how
I
much damage
can't-
on the dice?
No, that's green. 6.
So plus 4, so 10 total.
Yeah.
So again, Ranagar's claw extends, and 4 bolts fly over and slam into the werewolf now, who, as they punch through the shoulder, a couple through the lower back, one into the thigh, and again, droplets, sprays of this mercury-like blood that's been dyed red splatters out onto the ground in these thick pools as the werewolf is now looking very, very, very sore. It looks past Karis to its other, and they kind of share a glance. All right, that is Ranagar's turn, so we're back to Dami.
I guess again, Dom's just gonna take a bow and fire at one of the werewolves.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit.
What a weird massage.
What?
Tink.
Well, think about it.
Oh,
It's not
kidding,
doing any damage.
It's
just
acupuncture.
it's like weird acupuncture. I think there's supposed to be smaller needles.
I mean, it's not even acupuncture because it's not
That
doing
would
anything.
not hit, no.
Oh. So as you
9.
as you go to fire, just at the last second, the werewolf kind of moves, and you instinctively jerk into the ground to avoid.
Fire, miss, Fire,
um,
fire.
into the mud to avoid accidentally hitting Karis, as the werewolf would have dodged. Anything else?
Again, I'm gonna get the fuck back.
Nakaris?
a bit.
I am going to, my eyes are gonna stay away, away from their normal silver, and going to continue to be red.
Mhm.
I need to see how far away this ability is, and where I can cast it. I just need to make sure I'm not casting it from too close or too far away. Bardic
Oh, I
Inspiration
wanted to
60
do a
feet.
thing.
Oh,
What's that?
Sorry. Oh, ADHD.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I just wanted to move as close to them as I could.
Oh yeah, you'd be able to get
Yeah.
right behind Werewolf A.
Yeah, I just want to get up in their grill.
Okay. So the dragon and is now behind. Also, this is a large dragon, not a medium dragon, unless I'm remembering my own rules wrong, which is possible.
It is a large dragon.
Okay. Nakaris.
yeah. I'm going to do the whole pulling my hands away and singing a discordant note, just a little bit louder than he would presently. He's going to do another bardic inspiration
'Kay.
towards Karis.
'Kay.
Being like, use this next time you need health or whatever.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh god. So that's a 2 plus what's wisdom?
What is it, sorry?
It's 2 plus 2, so 4.
To Nakarit. So, Karis, you do have Bardic Inspiration, and it can be used on...
Attacks, saving throws, and ability checks.
Yeah, and also, did you check the box? Because you should have the optional one as
Yeah,
well, where you can use it whenever you cast a spell or heal. You can add it to that number as well.
Yeah.
I think it's the damage or the healing of a spell. Regardless, after you do that, the note goes a little longer, and all of you see this bright flash of red light exude out of Nakaris' throat. And Nakaris, it is if... I'm trying to think of how to describe the pain. It's like you can feel the burn marks along the slashes again. It feels just like the day that the injury was made, and it's just this hot red burning sensation as you drop to your knees and are now basically catatonic. You're stunned. Also, I forgot to have you guys roll for mental hit points, so just note that you have lost a mental hit point. We'll do that afterwards.
I would
because I forgot about it.
They would literally probably sing, probably on a higher register too. Probably,
Yeah. So they sing this
high
loud cornet note, and then just kind of like, it kind of turns from that into kind of a scream, into a gurgle, and then they collapse to the ground.
Yeah.
After this
Basically,
bright
it's
flash
just-
of red.
Yeah. Could he collapse like holding his throat?
Hey,
Around,
hey, Dominique.
Yeah.
Seeing this, I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. I'll trust.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
14.
Okay, you're fine.
I really wish, Patrick, can you make that into an audio?
Patrick's version of
Oh,
it.
no.
All right. So Nakaris, you are stunned. Please note that. Karis,
Sadness.
this bright blast of
what's-
light, you are inspired.
What's the die on that bardic inspiration?
D6.
D6? Okay. So, knowing this, he is... I'm assuming he feels this inspiration.
Oh yeah, he knows. You can tell. The magic
So,
tells you have this, and you can use it.
both werewolves are within 5 feet of him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, again, he's going to... This time is probably going to be a bit more forceful. And, like, booming. He's going to say another word in Celestial.
Okay.
And use Word of Radiance
Okay.
on both of them. And use the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. I think the Bardic Inspiration will apply to the damage roll of just one, but it is a new rule, and I don't have it memorized like I have everything else.
Failure as a DM.
Yeah,
How
and,
dare I not have a brand new rule memorized that I've never used before? I am
You
the worst.
monster! The true monster of Barovia was you.
Correct. That is actually accurate. You've already uncovered the secret. That's the twist. Everyone go home.
It's a con save too.
Okay, I will make the con saves. What's the DC?
15.
They both super fail.
They both super fail.
They both super fail.
So that will be 9 damage to probably the one that is like super hurt because he wants to kill this fucking thing.
Okay.
And then 4 damage to the other one.
Okay. So there's this speaks in Celestial. What word do you say in Celestial if anyone understands Celestial? Does anyone speak Celestial if it's relevant? Nope.
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 think so.
Nope. All right.
He would
Well,
say
Yes, actually.
Ooh, all right.
No,
Okay, he would
Dominic
say-
what is the
knows
word?
Celestial.
he would say perish.
Cool. And both there's this as that word as they utter the word, there's this just wave of moonlight energy coming off them, as if for a brief moment they are the moon giving off this light. And both werewolves kind of shield their eyes in pain, and one is now like it kind of shields its eyes and drops to a knee almost. Not well, it drops to a knee as it's kind of covering. It's badly burnt. It's barely standing. You can see like the agony and the weakness as it is almost done.
Ah, so close.
Ranagar laughs, but like very regally. He goes, moonlight on a bear, a werewolf. Clever.
Yeah, it adds it to one of the damage rules or one of the healing rules. I did know that rule. So there, Patrick. DM status returned.
Oh well, I guess I'll just go ahead and be hoisted by my own petard.
Oh, I love that phrase. Thank you so much for using that.
You're quite welcome. I'm really channeling this blue dragon voice I've decided on.
Are you sure it's not just an altar?
Let's see if
that
I
you
remember it.
discovered?
Let's see if I remember it. That is
Dang
the
it,
fun.
was what I was
Anything
doing.
else, Karis?
No, that's. I mean, he's just. Yeah, he doesn't have anything else. He can just hold this position, taking the beating.
All right. The werewolves, especially after that display, both of them look at each other and they take the disengage action, and then they're going to run 30 feet away. They are running into the darkness. They are just. The one werewolf actually is running on the werewolf, the less damaged werewolf, the one that was closer to you guys, is running on all fours. The other one is actually running on 2 legs, gripping one of the injuries to its side made by a magic missile, as it's trickling this trail of silvery red, thick silvery red blood behind it.
Okay.
That's them. Ranagar. Ranagar the
I-
unyielding. Ranagar the
I
unmerciful.
I with my 60 feet flying speed, close the distance.
Okay.
I would like to
Front
get
of
in
them.
front of both of them.
Wait, did he break the grapple of the bear?
Oh
Oh
shit.
yeah, did you break my bear's grapple?
Oh, he couldn't escape anyway then. He's actually just... Yeah, he's grappled still. So Werewolf B runs. That happens.
I chased
Werewolf-
B.
Okay, Werewolf A is stuck. Because it's an action to break the grapple. Oh, it's going to try and break the grapple. It's got to. So please make a strength check for your bear. Oh, you got to you got to beat a natural 20, which is my first natural 20, which I am shocked by.
I did not.
I talked
guess
up my
it'd be the other
dice
way.
and then didn't roll a single crit, and I'm like low-key disappointed in my dice. So they managed to break it, and then it runs. But Karis, you get a attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Yeah, he's definitely taking that attack of opportunity.
Hey, look, it's a werewolf, but it's a friendly. It's a good wolf. It's a good werewolf
Good
instead of a
one.
bad werewolf.
It's like Jacob.
Except has actual potential.
I mean, that's a dirty 20 for a hit.
That'll hit. I guess it's just the D4.
Doop,
Unless you-
doop.
Can you really not smite on? No,
Not
that's
on
right.
cantrip.
Yeah.
Not on cantrips. That would be badass if I could.
Wait, on cantrips. What do you mean?
I don't have any more spell slots.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I thought you were saying you couldn't smite on attacks of opportunity. I was like, I thought you could.
No. Like, yeah. Like,
You're just out of spell
I
slots.
only have 3 first level spells.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
so-
They are 3rd level, by the way, folks. I realize I failed to inform that. They start at 3rd level.
But
Explain that.
that's actually 4 damage of the radiant damage, the divine favor.
So as the werewolf turns to run, you skewer it. The lance still doesn't penetrate, but a beam of radiant energy shoots from the lance through it, clean through. There's a of reddish silver blood that's kind of silhouetted by the light as it passes through, and the werewolf collapses on the spot. And you watch as it shrivels, and its body changes back into this very small, not small, like it's still a human, it's not a child, I'm not hitting anyone with children yet, don't worry. But like, they look very small now compared to their humanoid form, or compared to their werewolf form now. They're kind of a shriveled, hungry looking human.
Yeah. That visual is nice. He's...
Ranagar, you've landed in front of the other werewolf, which kind of is looking around, panicking as this dragon is in front of it, its friends dead behind it. What do?
Can werewolves speak?
Make a... You would know the answer, but it's been a long time. So go ahead and make a history check. With advantage, because you're in the blue form.
Good. Is a bit poopity smoop. 16.
They can't speak when they're in their wolf forms, their semi-wolf or full wolf forms, but they can understand whatever language they speak. So assuming they speak common, or a language you speak, they could.
Ranagar like unfurls his wings, and he goes, "Oh, what voice was I doing? Deckard Cain. Give me information, or die, Wolfman."
Make an intimidation check with advantage, and throw a D10 of DM's inspiration on top of that. Because the situation needs extra. You need some extra spice.
25.
The werewolf.
I did roll a 1 on one of the dice.
Ah, it doesn't matter. You have advantage. The werewolf kind of looks up at you as you rear up this massive, strange blue dragonoid form, and it just, you can watch as like its claws start to retract, the hair falls off its body, and it shrinks down, kind of covering itself as best it can into kind of a frail shape of a woman. A human woman. And hold on, I'm just gonna turn the music off real quick because we don't need combat music anymore. We'll put spooky music back on.
Ranagar kind of pulls his wings back and kind of like stands up a little taller, and he's real proud of himself. He's like, "All right then, speak, woman."
That's a dragon. That's a dragon. Oh dear.
That's right. I am indeed a very powerful dragon.
What do you want to know, Master Dragon?
What are you doing here? Why did you attack us? Other pertinent information.
I don't know what you would consider pertinent, but we always attack travelers on the road who look.
Tell us
Excuse
plot details.
Much plot, handle it. We attack travelers on the road to rob them for meat. We are not exactly welcome in Barovia. I am a member of Greyfang's pack. I don't know what you want to know, please. You've already killed my brother.
So you're an enemy of the people here. Well, he's losing his voice.
I suppose you could say that, yes. Spits on the ground.
Interesting. What was the werewolf's name?
They introduced themselves as a member of the Grey Fang Pack.
This Grey Fang. He's not a friend of the person who lives here, I take it?
Grey Fang is an enemy of all of the vampire. Spits again. Has a lot more dignity given the situation, given that they were just beaten in combat and is naked. A lot more dignity than you've encountered, than you've experienced among humans, generally speaking.
Is this unusual?
I like you, human.
Okay.
You're better than
You've
the
never
other
heard.
ones.
You've never heard of the pack of the Grey Fang. Also, the way she worded vampire, you get this sense of like she didn't say when you guys existed there was one enemy. It was the devil Strahd. That was it. The way she worded vampire, you get this tingling in your back of your neck that like it's not just Strahd. There is something very different about your experience in the mists and this new experience in the mist.
When he hears that, he's going to approach.
Ranagar kind of waves a claw over and he's like, "You there, bugbear! You know these parts."
What do you mean by vampire?
The houses of Barovia. There's
Houses? There's only one.
there are 5.
He's like, what?
Yes, there is House von Zarevich, Lord Strahd, rules from Castle Ravenloft. They also are the lords. His wife is the lady of House Barovia Village. There's House von Karstein, House Volstov, the Knights, House Morveau, House Grekenrich. There are 5 houses here. All
Is someone writing this down?
Hey Jet, can you handle writing this all down?
Dominic's just gonna pull out their notebook, flip, like the back page, and be like.
Dominic's literally got a
Yes.
notebook out, like
Meanwhile, I'm stunned.
scribbling down plot. You are very stunned.
Oh, good. Someone should probably check on the tiefling.
What of Barovia?
I'm gonna need you to clarify that question for me.
Like, is it still like a safe place to be? I guess. Like,
Is it still safe?
Barovia is safe? You were just attacked on the road by werewolves. Do not know to tell you, sir. Barovia has never been safe. It's safer, I suppose.
Oh, she got you there.
From the vampires, is what I mean.
The vampires rule
I'm
Barovia.
sure you did.
They have their petty squabbles. They hunt down my people. The vampires that rule these lands. And beyond, I am told.
Beyond.
Yes, I have never traveled beyond Barovia, but supposedly, I mean, Lord von Zarevich is a conqueror. His father is Emperor of Galacus. How do you not know this? I am a peasant. I know this.
We're not from here.
You don't say. Looks up at the
yeah.
dragon, eyes wide in fear, like still burnt, blood trickling down from some wounds, naked.
was the relationship between like werewolves and Strahd like same? Like,
This is like this is familiar. The fact that the werewolves, the fact that the vampires and the werewolves were trying to kill each other, the fact that the vampires were trying to hunt down the werewolves, that's bang on exactly how it went.
Okay, but
they were not.
This is a new pack.
It's a new pack, and the werewolves were never this organized. They were villagers that had been turned that would like sneak off and be werewolves. And there was one werewolf den that after Rollo and the others killed Strahd, you, as one of the Silver Dragon Knights with them, went and wiped out the last of the werewolves because they were still being a problem. They didn't want to be friends. They weren't friendly to the new rulers or the old rulers. They were just kind of a problem for everybody.
Somewhat of your kind. I do not know this pack. This plaything.
Greyfang came to us and has united our people to battle the vampire. Kind of eyes you up and down now. A lot more confidence is coming back now. A lot more vitriol and spite. Kind of remind me of one of their knights. And spits on your armor.
He just he's like he's up.
Feisty. I look at the bugbear, and I'm like, you there? Do you think they could be allies? Clearly, you seem spooked by these 5 houses. Maybe that's what I'm here to fuck up.
When you say united, you have one pack or are there many?
I think that this conversation is over. And they kind of let their hands fall down, like they're no longer covering themselves, and they're just standing there like bloodied and naked. Like, I have no interest in giving away any of the secrets of my people. Certainly not to one dressed like you. Spits again. There's another just fat, bloody loogie on your armor.
So question, how much spit does she have?
Barely a
Girl.
lot.
Honestly.
She's a wolf, so like they can probably.
It's
do
also
it.
most of the spit is blood, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a whole other heap of health issues. And I can't do shit about it.
I
Ranagard tries. He's like, whoa there. But what if we helped you overthrow these houses?
Look, I only hunt those that hunt. If you and your people are no threat, then I am not a threat.
Hit me with a persuasion roll, please.
Me or her?
That's gonna be for Karis.
I thought that was pretty persuasive.
While you're making that, I'll call on you in a second here. Dominique, are you just frantically writing this down with the stunned Nakaris beside you?
Just very much like, yes, I should know this. Just writing everything down as fast as they can, yeah.
Okay, Nakaris, you are. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Not bad. 15.
You managed to. It takes you a second. The pain's gone. You can breathe. Everything's normal. You get a brief chance to look around. You see the naked woman standing there defiantly, with the blue dragon in front of her and the knight beside her. You do register. You're cognizant enough to register, like, okay, that's probably the werewolf, because you know werewolves, like, their clothes don't transform with them.
Yeah.
You can see the dead werewolf. Dominique is slightly behind you, just scribbling down notes, frantically writing down. The conversation is not quiet, so you can hear the rest of it, but you are now suddenly this is not the first time this happened, and you are able to kind of pull yourself back into the heat of the moment and reorg yourself.
You okay? I'm gonna look over at Dominic.
Oh, I'm all good.
Okay.
They didn't
just wanna
touch me
make
at all.
just wanna make
Dominic,
sure.
the scarf has fallen down, and you can see this really nasty 5-pronged scar that almost looks like a sheet of music across.
Dom's
Nakaris'
gonna
neck.
stare at it. Just
As-
gonna pause taking their notes and just stare.
As soon as I see
Andrew.
them stare, I'm going to
One sec, buddy.
pick up the scarf. Give them a look of. Please forget you saw them. And wrap it around. And
Okay.
he's going to go over, pull out clothes from his pack, because he has 3 pairs of traveler's clothes.
Yeah.
He's going to pull out a set that are pretty loose fitting, and just go over to the naked ones. That's no place. This is no place to be naked. You could get sick or something. And he's gonna give a very weak smile.
Okay.
If you need any injuries healed up, just let me know. And he's just gonna give her the clothes and walk away.
Okay.
So,
She kind of
sit
takes
next
the
to him.
clothes awkwardly.
Oh, good. The tiefling's not dead.
No, I'm not dead. No, I'm not yet. Well, technically we are dead, but not dead here. It's a weird situation.
I rolled a 23 on my persuasion, by the way.
I was just about to dive in on the persuasion. 23. She takes the clothes, which is funny. I was just about to give you advantage, but 23 is plenty high. If you want to roll with advantage, you can. Situation dictates.
No, it didn't do better.
It would have been funny if you nailed the nat 20. She's kind of like looking around, and you can see the like concern and like the muscles dropping, and she quickly like kind of puts the loose-fitting clothes on. I can promise nothing, but I can go speak to Greyfang and see what he says, but I will not lead you to them.
And what is your name?
Lydia. I have no family name.
That's a
Lydia.
surprising name for a wolf. Thought it'd be like Go Swift or something.
For a wise dragon, you are kind of dumb.
And he looks back.
Hey!
I have
Dragon.
I have to
And-
be
No one's
honest.
gonna chip in.
The fear of the dragon is quickly being diminished every time it opens its mouth.
It's
Lydia, I do not know what is going on here,
I'll kill you both.
but where I am from, there was not 5 houses of vampire.
I know
And
not.
your clan, your pack did not exist.
I know not where you are from, but you are in Barovia now.
The funny thing is, I too am from Barovia.
So as you say that, she kind of registers. She kind of thinks, and then you notice her head kind of do like that, like dog tilt thing. And then she kind of. Well, wherever you're from, it is not here.
And that is why I am willing to speak with you and your pack.
I have presented the options. I can speak to Greyfang, and if he is interested, he will find you. Or agents will find you. But I will not lead you to them. You can kill me or let me go.
I don't know. That seems pretty fair.
Do you know of any other threats from here until Barovia?
Probably a lot.
The
Sounds
town.
pretty dangerous.
like to the nearest city.
Well, having killed a werewolf, if you bring the body with you, it will keep Strahd's pets at bay. They will see you as an ally. Having killed a werewolf, it will keep my pack
That's
at bay.
pretty smart.
So, the
What if we just
vampires,
take its blood.
I would carry the whole body. The vampires will see you as an ally. My pact will see you as an enemy until I tell them, and I will tell them the truth. We attacked you, you defended yourself, and you treated me honorably.
Yes.
I sure did.
It's like all who are worthy.
Just
deserve
fucking
to
broke
be-
me, I'm sorry!
it's like
I
all-
told you. I am a dragon, and everyone knows dragons treat others fairly.
Like Jersey, I'm gonna have the music notes appear around his head again.
I'll kill you.
Yes, a dragon.
all who are worthy deserve dignity and respect. Unlike
That's
some
what I
I
think.
know,
Very cute dragon. Very, very.
we shall
small
be
and
in the
adorable.
we shall be in the next town. If
As
how
far as the
should we
parts,
find, will we
if we are to
will we
meet again,
find you or shall you find us?
if we are to meet again, Greyfang will find you.
Send
Safe,
him
yeah.
send him my condolences of his loss.
And he just kind of bows.
Well,
And
we
he signs
appreciate
to-
that.
He signs.
Loss is an old friend in Barovia. If the place you are like is from here, if the place you are from is like here, you'll be all too familiar with it. May I go?
Yes.
And she very quickly strips off the clothes, starts running, and turns into a full-fledged wolf and just takes off. You can hear the
I guess I gotta fold and clean those now.
Ranagar goes, well, that was pretty cool.
Ranagar, if you're to be a great and wise dragon, maybe try to be great and wise.
And he turns to Lancelot and Galahad and signs to pick up the body.
They sign back, absolutely, and they pick the body up with. They actually, Galahad kind of untucks the pack and pulls out a blanket, and just kind of wraps the body, like very gently and very carefully wraps the body up, so that it's covered, and then they pick it up. This is not the first time they've transported a body, alive or dead.
Yeah.
As I pick up the
After Sir
clothes-
Karis,
Go ahead,
after Sir Karis says that, Ranagar goes, pretty sure I did a lot of the work in that situation. And he just sort of like walks away from it.
I'm gonna pick up the clothes.
Go ahead. Yep.
And then
This
I'm
is
gonna go
how
over
I
to
imagine
Karis
dragons are.
and look over his arm and stuff.
Mind if I check you out, make sure you're okay? You took a few hits.
That's to you, Karis.
He just kind of looks down at himself and
Save your resources.
I was just going to take a look, as in just make sure there's no pus or anything. You've got a few bite marks, a few claw marks. I just
And
want to
he-
make sure you're okay.
he touches himself and he's going to lay on hands to regain some health.
Well,
And he's like, I appreciate the concern. And he's like, he just kind of, you see the light emanate from his hand. He's like, this is not my first.
rodeo, got it.
How do you know what a rodeo is?
I'm a tiefling. We have them all over the place. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
And he's going to tighten the scarf around himself a bit more and pull the hood down. You can see that his hair has been braided. A few tufts are in the front.
And he, Karis will also, like, when he heals himself, he's like,
But what about you? I did not see any injury. What happened?
Before you can answer, Nakaris, as you say that, just still carrying the body over, like basically up on a shoulder, with the other hand, signing using the one hand, which is kind of rushed and difficult to follow. But you watch as Lancelot basically signs to you like, I was impressed by the tiefling.
he nods and he signs back that he agrees, but he is concerned about the nature of the tiefling.
I'm just
Fair.
gonna lift my eyes.
Yeah.
I can see that they did this quick hand sign.
Yeah,
right?
you
With
see it.
the
They're
other-
not subtle about it. You just
No.
That's an interesting way of communication. I only know basics from a while ago. But I haven't practiced magic or singing or anything in a very long time. So I'm not quite used to it anymore. Like, just music is an old friend, and I'm not exactly playing with them anymore.
And I
I
need
s-
to roll self-deception for
Uh,
this.
he's not gonna press too much because
Yeah,
he also
but-
knows the situation that they're in. Like, he's like,
I understand. Maybe once we get to town and rest, you could tell me a little bit more, if willing.
Of course.
And he's lying to himself, not to you.
yeah.
Oh, he's a great liar. He actually believes that shit.
the gods, on the other hand, they know. Actually, Dominique, can you make a? You don't even need to. Make an insight check for me, please, with advantage.
I'm saying this loud enough for
Everyone to hear.
19.
Yeah. It's a bold-faced lie.
And they would know anyway because they know why.
Mm-hmm.
But we should keep moving. Your friends are carrying this. If I'm going to tell you a bit about myself, maybe you could teach me more in depth of. And he's going to do his sign, which is the design of just H-I for high. Like a bit of basics, just so I can have fun. A bit.
That would be up to them. It is a
Their form of
unique.
communication.
It's a unique. It's unique to them.
Gotcha. Well, maybe I can get along with them as well. And he's just going to prestidigitation the close.
And then prestidigitation any dents in your armor. Just you. And basically clean all of you. Even the dragon with prestidigitation of your skills are good. And Dominic
Oh,
will
he
get
loves
a-
it. He preens while you do it. He goes, oh, well, if you insist, make sure you get behind the backed ones.
Nope. You had to do that yourself. And I was doing it out of my own good heart, and now you're asking me to do more work. I don't like that.
and he'll go over to Dominic and with a very I don't like the fact that you saw that thing. Just going to clean you quicker than he did the rest and mutter.
And we can use that. Move forward.
Maybe even bunching up the hood of the cloak a bit more. Just to make sure there's no way anyone can see the staff.
Okay. Make a. This would be disguise kit, which I don't think you're proficient in. So just make a roll a d20. Are you? Roll a d20 with proficiency then.
I'm an entertainer, bitch.
Here comes the nat one.
Oh no, it was not a nat one. So proficiency is +2, so that is 18.
Okay,
Nice.
it's hidden.
Maybe even
So-
roll some of my hood into the scarf and just
Protect the necks. You don't know if there's a vampire or werewolf around.
So, continuing on. I assume, are you guys gonna camp or are you guys gonna take the hint and keep traveling?
Take the hit and keep traveling.
take the hint.
Okay.
Paris will be like,
It is a couple hours. Oh, I should note that dying, the way you guys died, did count as a long rest for the purposes of exhaustion stuff. You guys are okay rest-wise.
Oh.
Which is shocking given how awful you feel. But after a few more hours, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. And this is important for you, Karis. The cobblestones of Barovia, despite the work being done by the heroes that are now the leaders of Barovia that saved it, and the knights, and everyone, basically, everyone at Barovia has come together since the defeat of Strahd to try and make the place better. The infrastructure upgrades are still a slow process. Population has been the biggest issue. This stonework, when it just kind of appears out of the mud, it's perfect. It's pristine. It looks like it was laid yesterday. And it continues up. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. The structures look to be in decent shape. Paint peels on some, and others have apparent damage, but no sign of a decay or abandonment. And again, even today, even 2 years later, some of the houses are still abandoned. People just don't live in them. There's just not the population. These houses look like they're lived in. The city looks fuller. Despite everything being dark, everything being shuttered, everyone being asleep because it's the middle of the night. But you are maybe 20 minutes away from the village of Barovia. Do you guys want to do anything before you reach the village?
Karis is probably just way too what the fuck right now to care other than to figure out what's going on. So he's
I would
pretty-
like to take a short rest.
Can we take a short rest as we're walking?
You cannot take a short rest while walking. You need to rest.
I mean, we could take a short rest.
You could.
I could deal with. I mean, I don't want to speak for the group. This is out of character. I don't want to speak for the group, but a lot of my stuff comes back from short rest.
Yeah,
None
same.
None of mine does. So like, on a character perspective, Karis would not want to stop. He
Yeah,
like
true.
stopping at any point outside the city for him is danger.
Death
'Cause it-
sentence, basically.
He's gonna be real insistent, Ranagar. He's gonna be like, "Wait, I think I'm back in a cobalt by now.
Yeah, it's been a few hours.
Before we go in there, we need to take a short rest. Before we go storming into a town that you don't know,
We're not.
we should take a minute.
We're not storming.
You don't know what's in there. Could be a bunch of more werewolves or a bunch of vampires. We've got no idea.
It's probably a bunch of vampires.
If the vampire are there, they're going to treat us like allies because we killed one of the werewolves.
We have a carcass.
Yeah, well, what if they turn on us? We should take a rest before we go in.
Look, I get it. You get your stuff by taking short breaks and communing with nature. I get that. I also get a lot of nice stuff back if I just commune and listen to my own head. But if we stay out here, we'll likely run into more werewolves. And considering we have a werewolf carcass, they'll kill us.
Yeah, let's
We're
just go.
fine with the last one.
Let's
Well, some of us were.
Ranagar, just suck it up and let's go.
Renegard, do you just want to ride on my shoulders?
No, Q. I want to
You
take a
could-
short rest.
You could literally take a short rest while I walk for you.
I don't think those are the rules.
You would not be moving.
Actually,
You-
technically, yeah, if you rode on their shoulders, you could take a short rest. But you are 20 minutes away from the town, and you would not be able to get a short rest in that time. So if
Yeah,
your
true.
concern is taking a short rest before you get to the town, that won't work. But
Yeah,
technically, if
so-
you're riding in a cart, you could take a short rest. Like rules is written, technically that is allowed, and I'm all about the technicalities. I am here for exploiting the rules.
Look, I have a granola
have a
bar
cart?
in my backpack.
No.
Would
But you could
like
ride on
to
his back,
eat
is
a
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Would you like to have a granola bar to subdue this hunger? Because you know you're not you when you're hungry. You're not a dragon. You're a kobold.
If you want to take a short rest before coming into town, do it. But I am going forward.
I'm going forward too.
We kind of need big buff man keep going forward. So we're gonna have to go forward, Ringar, and I will drag you through the mud if I have to.
My
I
name
don't
is
wanna
not
ruin this-
Rengar.
But it is.
Ranagar.
Ranagar. Okay. Well, my name is Nikaris. Nice to meet you. You've never actually addressed me as such. I kind of like a modicum of respect instead of just being called the tiefling. Now, you're gonna move your ass forward, and you're gonna deal with it. Okay?
Also, Ranagar, take your hood off. You're not a dragon anymore.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
I'm gonna force this as a table rule now.
Okay? You're gonna move forward. Got it?
Oh, I don't like this. I'm
Are you
gonna.
gonna be a good big dragon, or are you gonna be a sad little kobold?
He's gonna cast Primal Savagery again. He doesn't like being talked down to.
Nikaris is literally talking it down to him. And you heard the southern accent. And it sounded
doesn't
like
care.
he meant business.
Oh, he doesn't care.
I don't want to fight. Let's move forward. And he's gonna start walking, but he's gonna keep his eyes on.
All right. I don't have Whispers channel set up yet. I have a Whispers tab. It's gonna be really cool, guys. But just for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna kick the party. Get out.
Okay, bye.
Just mute yourselves. Don't actually leave. Just deafen yourselves.
Wait,
Which
what's happening?
Go deafen ourselves.
just deafen yourself so you can't hear. You'll have a little click the little I can mute you, but I can't deafen you. Ah, I should have done this in my channel. We'll do this in my channel next time. You're muted, but deafened is the other button. Where is the deafen button? Oh, click on the. I mean, they're deafened. It's just Patrick. Patrick's the only one not deafened.
I don't know how to do it. Do I just mute my computer?
That works too.
How
Just
did
take
they
your
do it?
headphones off. I don't
I
know.
thought-
They've clearly done it, so that's the funny thing.
Oh, right click your portrait.
Oh, right-click your portrait and then hit deafen. Oh, he took his headphones off. That's fine. Or they took their headphones off. So they kind of sign back. Well, the tiefling scares me. And they work together to sign. So they both have both hands to make it more concrete.
Yeah.
The tiefling scares me. But they were very useful. The half-elf wasn't useful against the werewolves, but their aim was very true, and against other enemies they'll be very threatening. And as annoying as the dragon is, or as the kobold is, they can turn into a dragon. Seems useful.
Yeah. He signs back like, and letting them know the sensation that he felt when he was healed. I'm assuming he knows he was healed by the tiefling.
Yeah. It was really obvious. The tiefling let out a note, screamed, and then let's go.
Yeah, he's gonna let them know of the sensation that he felt.
Okay.
And probably tell them to keep an eye on the half elf. Because of just how quiet they've been, like he still has yet to form any form of like trust there.
They sign back. We get killer vibes.
He nods in agreement, and is like about the dragon. He's like, his form is unnatural. We should.
They just sign back. Unnatural, but very useful. He casts spells as a dragon.
He's like, I see. Yeah, he's like, I see I see their use. And they may not be completely incompetent, but his temperament can be better, and the order would probably very much like to know how he acquired such power.
They sign back.
Or they.
Commander... Sorry, I've got to remember Black Metal. Commander Black Metal would definitely want this information, but perhaps we should escape whatever hellish version of our home this is before we continue that thought process.
Yes, indeed. If there is an escape.
If there is, we'll find it. They look at each other and then sign without hesitation together, each one doing a different hand. We have hope. We escaped once. Or you escaped once.
And I have hope with both of you here as well. The city is not like the one we know. Let's be cautious.
They sign, this isn't home. We should drop all pretenses that it is.
Yeah.
So they've been signing back and forth. So, entering the village of Barovia. Everything is shuttered and dark. There's no lights. Key things. Many houses. You can see larger buildings, a tavern, some shops that are closed, obviously, and a manor at one end of the village. A manor, Karis, that in your world was burned down when Irina Koliana, who there's this whole thing, Strahd had a thing for her, it was this whole thing. The heroes who saved Barovia accidentally burned her house down, saving her from Strahd. But the manor is rebuilt, and it is larger, it is more grand. It's more of a small castle than a manor. So just like everything else, right place, right location, completely different details.
Okay.
There is movement, however, as you guys walk down the cobblestones. You can hear a and you hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobbles. And following it, coming around the corner, within range of all of your dark vision, you can see an older woman, probably late 40s. Long raven hair that's pulled back into a ponytail. Wears very simple clothes, very simple, plain, kind of peasanty clothes, but well kept. No tears, no frays, no nothing. Very well kept, and an apron. And they push a cart that has piles of boxes on it. And she kind of comes around the corner and she sees you approaching. Ah, well, isn't that interesting? And she hobbles over to you. Well, dearies. Welcome to Barovia. So, travelers, weary travelers by the looks, with a corpse. Okay, we can handle that.
Werewolf.
It's a
A
werewolf.
werewolf. Unfortunate. Glad to see you alive. Did you lose friends?
No.
Oh, well, good. Well, yes. Welcome to Barovia. What brings you here?
That is what-
Mist.
That is what we are trying to figure out.
Ah, wanderers then. And there's a pause. There's kind of a processing. And earlier, you remember that like tilt head kind of tick thing? You see the same thing. It's not as obvious, but her eyes kind of blink. As if she's like processing and thinks
Insight.
about it. Go ahead and make her an insight check.
I think it's across the board potentially. Inside.
Yeah, anyone who wants to make an insight. Anyone wants to make an insight can.
Oh, hey, that's actually a really good roll.
That is a nat 1.
All right, not you, Dominique. Sorry, Patrick, I saw you muted. Go ahead.
I said, could I have used passive instead of what I rolled?
No, it's an active roll.
that is a 25 for me.
Ooh.
Does a 23 get me anything interesting?
Yeah, both of the 20s. There's something almost mechanical about it. Almost force. It's like a tick. It's just... And then they continue the conversation if they skipped over... Like, they almost skipped over some of the details. They're like, wanderers then. Which is not what you said. You said you didn't know why you were here, not you were just wandering around. Like, that's technically correct, but it is a change, it is an adjustment of the facts. Yes, so, I do hope you have a place to stay already. Barovia is not a safe place for strangers.
No, we don't, but I'm an
Entertainer. And I'm just gonna do the message cantrip to all of them saying,
Let's see if she skips.
An entertainer, very good.
Oh, and she doesn't.
Well, that is unfortunate. And just, you can see her, like, her whole body stiffen up as there's this dong, dong. And way off in the distance, atop a hill, exactly where it should be, Karis, you can see the vague silhouette of a castle being illuminated by the first rays of the sun. And you can hear a bell coming from it. And she... Well, the tavern is just a few houses down. You can see it's the big building there. You should make your way there. You should make your way there right now. And she kind of, as she rolls past, goes, "The bell tolls for all of us."
Is that phrase familiar?
Nope.
Okay.
is
And the bell's still tolling. It's not like it's tolling a clock like a midnight or anything like that. It's just ding, 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 ding,
that's a weird phrase.
ding, ding.
Yeah. Probably
What is everyone's passive perceptions?
16.
15.
13.
14.
Okay, just checking. You guys start moving towards the tavern.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, as you continue down, moving quickly, moving slowly. What are you guys up to? What's everyone doing?
Getting there as fast as we can, just repeating. Bell tolls for all of
Did
So-
she seem a little off to anybody else, or just me?
It's
I think she was weird.
Did anyone else think that she was like a broken record? Just
Do we
Just
really
like-
want to go to her establishment?
it's not her establishment, it's just a tavern. We have to find a place to stay.
Oh, I thought it was hers.
Also, considering I'm an entertainer, I could probably get us free rooms, or at least me, and someone could share with me.
Gay?
Yes, that is my orientation. Thank you for asking, I think. But no, I was just saying that way we don't have to spend money we don't have.
I mean, I have some gold on me. I'm gonna pat
Well-
myself, make sure I have gold.
But
Well, well. And you can hear this voice.
Oh, good.
And you can see a silhouette walking down the side of one of the buildings, walking straight down. And Karis, you recognize the spider walking abilities of a vampire immediately. It is so rare that we have new visitors to Barovia. This being is in fine, noble attire. Nothing fancy, nothing special, nothing over the top. As they
Karis is
just
going to
step out of
quickly
the street in front of
sign-
you.
He's going to quickly sign to Lancelot and Galahad to make the body like visible, like present it type deal.
Ah! You have killed a vampire. I am sure my lady would love to
Werewolf.
hear it.
No, we
Werewolf.
Did not.
That's a DM
Yeah.
slip. Killed a
We
you have killed a
we
werewolf.
Killed a werewolf.
I'm sure my lady would love to hear that. Unfortunately, she has also
doing
forbidden
homework.
us from feeding on the villagers, which we do anyway. But she would probably
nice.
forgive us if we fed on some strangers, and we brought her the body of a werewolf. So, and you can hear
I see.
dong, dong, the dinner bell, and you can hear hissing from around you as rearing up on, standing upright, having been crawling along rooftops, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humanoids.
Can we go to the tavern now?
I thought it was sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sunrise.
But there's a mist that covers everything.
And with that, we're gonna close tonight's session.
Fuck.
Of course.